Tutti Frutti, I'm Goozy. I'm Goozy. Tutti Frutti, I'm gay.
We're hootie, we're quooty. Get used to it.
Little known fact about Tutti Frutti: the original lyrics were "Tutti Frutti, I'm gay."
I'm gay.
I'm gay. Tutti Frutti, I'm gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm gay to the east. I'm gay to the
no,
west.
of
No
course.
one would ever say there's anything wrong with that.
No,
I'm gay with the guy that I love.
Is
Gay.
I feel like it's peaking. Like the
It's
audio
peaking a
is
lot.
Yeah, whatever.
peaking.
I have
Very
not-
loud.
I have-
Peking duck.
I have not yet
Peking
begun
duck.
to peak.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm peaking.
Oh, I'm fucking peeking.
I'm gonna peak.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking conclude.
Good heavens!
Good heavens, I'm arriving.
Oh, I'm gonna summit.
I'm gay. That's so funny to me.
There's a lot of positive
I've
energy.
already learned something.
It's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a good night. Tutti Frutti.
I'm gay.
You know who else is probably gay? Actually, almost certainly gay. James Buchanan, President Buchanan.
Oh, really?
Really?
Was almost certainly gay.
I don't know. I don't know
Prove
anything
it.
about James Buchanan
Yeah,
at all.
Fucking
he wasn't
prove
super
it.
popular.
Yeah.
No, he had a very conspicuously personal and deeply intimate relationship with I think it was like not his Secretary of State, it might have been a senator. But like he's the only U.S. president who never married.
Really?
Notable bachelor. I think his contemporaries behind his back would call him Aunt Fanny or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he was Aunt Fanny.
Aunt Fanny.
There's
And listen, fuck those guys because he grew up to be the 26th greatest president.
And he would fuck those guys because he was gay.
Right. All of them. Because when you're gay, you just fuck whoever.
Exactly. That's how it works.
Yes. That's, if
definitely how it works.
The dude cast explains homosexuality.
Listen, gay people. Here's how your attraction works.
gay.
Okay.
let me straight explain it to you.
Let me explain this to you.
Hey, you know we have Dan as a guest today?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
I
Yeah.
knew
Oh.
that. I fucking knew
I
that.
didn't know that.
We're recording, so yeah, whatever. Fuck it.
Oh, so this is
Three
where I
Dudes Show.
say
Yeah.
welcome to the 3 Dukast.
Yeah.
Because I'm hosting, guest
You are.
hosting for
You
the
are.
third time
Third time this season.
this season.
So many
times.
Is it third time this season already?
Well, the third time I'm hosting, the fourth time I'm on.
oh yeah, this season? Holy
This-
shit!
Yeah.
This is a Dan heavy season.
This season.
Yeah, an abundance
Are you calling
of
me
Dan.
heavy?
No,
I mean, you
come
can.
on,
I mean, I get it.
A plethora of Dan.
I don't get it.
So much Dan.
my cup runneth over with Dan.
Don't. I don't like it.
I don't want that. Nobody wants that.
What's going on over there?
Yeah, what is that?
I'm sorry, my computer, it's not.
Would you?
I like it.
Could you?
Yeah, it's a good day. We're drinking beers.
Would
It's
you?
been a good. It's been a good day so
it
far.
has
Could you turn down my monitor? I'm like
has been.
getting blasted.
Sorry.
With
Oh yeah.
everyone fucking shouting.
Flavor
Is that good?
Flavor blasted.
A little more.
Is that good? Turn it. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
there
You tell me when it's good.
That's good. That's good.
Subatomically dismantling an Arctic one with the fellas.
Yeah. So
Absolutely annihilating an absolute 0-1 with every boy in every conceivable timeline.
we should note that this is the episode where just minutes before you frightened the shit out of Aubrey.
Yes.
Oh my god. Incredible.
Which in
Incredible.
what was purely like a silly gesture, but it was so unexpected. I've never heard a shriek more pronounced.
I'm sorry, Aubrey. I didn't expect her to jump that much.
I really wish I knew you were doing that because I would have recorded it.
So
Oh, it would have been so good.
I saw the
was so
whole thing.
good.
I saw the whole thing play out in slow motion. Where I saw we're talking about scary
Slow
things,
motion for
and then you pop your head in, and then she's talking about no, it's fine. I'm just like I'm scared like that too. And she turns around and just goes face to face with you, and then just her body seized.
Yeah, it could have been more perfect because you and her were just talking about how you just get scared so easily.
Yes,
And right on cue. It
like clockwork.
was incredible.
The funny thing is, I didn't even hear that conversation.
Right,
I
yeah,
just, I just came into the room.
You were in your impish mode, and
Yeah.
we're not thinking about anything.
I just wanted to be sneaky.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Dan Fastic.
You gremlin man, you.
Nah, that's not good. Yeah, bringing it down. Bring it down.
All right.
What episode is this? I don't think we even
Episode
mentioned it.
19.
Yeah.
It's episode 19
Which
of
means
season 3.
We're only one episode away from hitting the target of 20 that we said we were going to do.
Yes.
That's right. Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's what happens when we don't play D&D for 4 weeks.
Yep. Yeah, an unprecedented 4 weeks in a row.
Is this actually our fourth podcast in a week? I don't. Or fourth podcast
Podcasts
in 4
in a
weeks.
week.
Yeah.
It is.
In 4 weeks.
It is.
It is.
I'm surprised by this.
I'm
We're all
actually
surprised.
super happy about it.
Yeah.
That's actually why I wanted to come on this week, because I was like, I actually just kind of miss hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, right.
Because like without D&D, it's like there's like a hole in my week.
Yeah, right.
It's not being filled. I need
Yeah.
you to fill. I need all three of you
we're
to
gonna
fill my
fill your
hole.
Three dudes are here to fill your hole.
And that's the three dudes promise.
You don't even have to ask.
Let us fill your hole.
We're going to
just-
drink
we'll
a beer, jack off,
fill your
fill your
hole.
holes, cry, and go to bed.
The three dudes ever evolving promise.
I got to write that down so
That's
we
a lot
remember.
to promise.
Because this promise has grown over the years.
So have I.
I go back and I look
Beat
through
me
these.
to it.
I go back and I look through these notes. I have no idea what we were doing.
Exactly.
Fuck it.
I see just the words "a mixture of blood and feces." I don't know why I wrote those down.
Oh, what? Oh,
That's a
shit.
good album name.
I feel like that was something I was talking about, but I can't remember why.
Why do we do this?
Why not?
I don't know. Yeah, why not?
A mixture of blood and feces accurately describes Silent Hill.
All
Like
right.
not the quality of the game, but like the hell dimension in Silent
Yeah.
Hill is like covered in blood and feces.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
That's a game I never played. I don't
It's-
think I will.
Seezy
it's
Heezy?
interesting. The
Seezy Heezy Threezy?
I've only ever played a little bit of 2, some of 3, and all of 4.
4 was good.
I couldn't. The only reason I had to return Silent Hill 2 because it was a rental, and then I never beat Silent Hill 3 because I got stuck. I couldn't figure
right.
out where the fuck to go. It was like in the subway area. It's pretty early in the game.
Yeah.
But I couldn't figure out where the hell
You got
to go.
stuck in a Subway restaurant.
Yeah.
So-
It's easy to do.
Yeah. Somewhere in there where
So
they're
many
like,
choices. What are you
yeah,
gonna do?
they ask you what veggies, and you're just like,
You know what you do? You turn around and you leave Subway because Subway's.
don't
Yeah,
eat
it's
trash.
not
well,
good.
you know what I found
not
out
good.
yesterday when I went to go get Subway for lunch is that maybe the only location nearby that still has buffalo chicken is the one on campus.
Really?
They still serve buffalo chicken, so I got myself some of that shit.
Wait, they don't serve buffalo chicken in places?
Buffalo
I haven't seen buffalo chicken served anywhere outside of the one at YSU.
I'm amazed by that.
And yeah, and the best thing to do, obviously, is provolone cheese, bacon, ranch, and lettuce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
really
actually perfect
That
for
sounds
that.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate
I would
that
maybe
every,
throw some onions on that bitch. But
Yeah.
Throw some
Oh,
booties
sure,
on
sure.
that bitch.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that every Subway sandwich ends in diarrhea.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate.
So let's plug the ultimate sandwich place, Sandwich Factory.
Sandwich Factory.
so fucking good.
Motherfucking factory.
Oh, I would plug that place so
Oh,
hard.
plug it so fucking hard. Oh, make my bread for me. Ooh.
That's my least favorite noise that you make.
Sandwich factory.
Imagine how his wife feels.
Yeah, I know, right? She has to live with me. Sandwich Factory.
You know what that always reminds me of though is the poop sketch where you
Oh, yeah.
yell it smells like
It
rotten
smells
meat.
like rotten meat. Yeah, I forgot about that. Poop.
Poop.
Poop. Oh, God, we haven't done a sketch in a while.
No, we
either.
haven't.
And we won't.
And we
And we
won't.
won't. And we'll continue to not do one.
Not gonna happen. But
Remember when we promised at the start of the season we were going to do a sketch? How naive.
yeah, we did a few,
Yeah, whatever.
and
Fuck
we
it.
stopped like almost immediately.
Yeah.
I
The
keep
three
telling-
dudes promise.
Yep. The 3D. Stop
Yeah.
immediately.
We did. We got as far as probably Crawdad Tanaka was the last
Yeah,
one,
Crawdad Tanaka.
right?
I
We
remember.
completed the Sauce trilogy.
Yes.
Yes, the Sauce trilogy.
Texas
Yeah,
Pete's.
part of the Sauce Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, exactly.
It is.
Incidentally,
The SCU.
incidentally, since I've been studying Japanese on Duolingo, I realized I was mistaken. It's not Takayaki no Osaka. It's Osaka no Takayaki.
Ah, whatever.
Oh man, we're gonna hear a lot of shit for that one.
Oh man, the comments.
we're gonna-
Just felt the heat turning up in here.
Yeah. All the weebs are gonna storm our channel and demand that we fix it.
That would be an improved state of things. Yeah. If our channel was stormed by weebs, that would be better than it is now.
Right.
Where no one storms it for any reason.
And nobody's listening. And
Stormed by Weebs.
Yeah.
Band name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
new band
Yeah.
name.
stormed
By Weeb Storm.
Weeb Storm.
Storm.
It's like Ale Storm, but it's just neckbeard metal.
Guys, we don't want to DMCA
This is unlistenable. Should we get on with the damn thing?
Should we just stop?
No, let's keep going.
Oh, okay.
Let's get on with the damn thing.
All right.
guess
Well,
that
in
means it's-
that case,
Get on with
would
your damn
you
selves.
all allow me to introduce Chris so that he can listen to Ben explain why Dave is fucked?
Well, okay, so let me tell you why Dave is fucked.
Yeah,
All right, let's do
hear
it.
it.
Yeah,
No, honestly, I think that's what he asked for. I think that's what you have to do.
Right.
but
oh,
I-
what a twist.
I am
What
absolutely.
if we all had to pick reasons why each other
Yeah,
was
right.
fucked?
Yeah. That requires way more deep
That's
knowledge.
too much thought.
Despite Dave's best efforts, he still owns Boba.
Yeah, it's true. I can't get rid of
Oh,
him.
yeah.
I've tried many times.
Eating his ass.
Is he eating his
Same.
ass?
Oh, get
I
out of
knew-
your
I
ass.
knew it. He's always eating. When I stop looking at him, he's eating his asshole.
Oh, big mood.
Dude, don't act like you wouldn't if you could.
Yeah. Well,
No, I wouldn't.
no, I don't think so.
Not my ass.
Fucking prudes.
Not my
You
ass.
just don't, you don't want to know what it tastes like? You're not curious at all?
I
My
know
ass?
I know as
No.
much about my ass as I ever want to. At this, point, at this point, I spend more energy trying to pretend it's not around. I'm not getting more involved in it anytime soon.
Why would I taste? I already know what everything tasted like going in.
It's true. It's not going to get better.
No.
You don't know
It's
that.
not improving.
You have no idea.
I have a general idea.
General idea?
Anyway.
Host, what are you doing?
I was waiting for Dave to explain why we're fucked.
Oh,
Oh, well, it's coming to me first?
Yeah, I was coming to I'm always coming to you first.
Okay. Gotta wind up. Gotta savor this one.
Why
Hold
are
on.
you
Let me get in my...
fucked?
all right.
Gonna wind it up.
All right. So today was day 3 now of the congressional impeachment
Oh,
hearings.
yeah.
And
Round 3.
the thing, so here's the thing: is we're fucked because it doesn't matter at all.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
It's
at
not
all.
going anywhere.
Which is probably the worst and most disappointing thing about this.
Yeah.
is watching this as a person trying to be an informed citizen against my better judgment.
Yeah, right.
Because
That's your first mistake.
yeah, right. Why even bother? Because it's clearly unimportant at this point. But just realizing that I can't remember what the poll number was, but an overwhelming majority of Americans say their opinion will not be changed on this already.
It was like Jesus Christ.
So
It was like 89%.
Did you throw up? Are you okay?
Oh my god.
I thought you threw up.
No.
I mean that's
That was we've had 2 epic farts and then that epic burp.
that's ultimately kind of comforting because at the end of the day, this certainly doesn't help Donnie. This doesn't hurt him, but it doesn't really help him either.
I disagree. I think it has the potential to seriously help him.
I don't know.
Because it just gives him momentum once this doesn't go through.
The 3 states in the past
Fair
2
enough.
weeks that have flipped from red to blue
Yeah.
tend to maybe
Yeah.
disagree a bit.
We did talk about this recently, and Chris, you had the interesting thought that it's just like that this just reflects what's really going
What's
on.
really going on? And
Yeah.
Yeah, that people by and large in this country are more liberal than not.
Correct.
But it's just, you drop this guy in the mix and all of a sudden everything gets topsy-turvy, right?
Sure.
Like Trump has this way of like cobbling together parts of other coalitions into a big scary monster that will vote for him to the
Right.
tune of 51%. Right?
It's the thing is it's never going to get through the Senate. It's not. McConnell's going to stop it. And if they the kicker is if they try and push it through the Senate, McConnell has the ability to make those hearings, like those guys who are running,
yeah.
like the Democrats who are running,
Yeah.
he can make those hearings for the New Hampshire primary and the Iowa caucus.
Yeah.
So he can force all those people who are Democrats who are running for
Yeah.
those states to show up to Washington to vote while they're supposed to be campaigning.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like everyone who's currently serving in the Senate.
So he holds the cards. He could just say, well, okay, at the end of February, at the start of March, we need you all here.
Yeah.
So they could just be fucked on the the days they're supposed to be battling. So McConnell holds the cards here.
That is a ridiculous thought. I didn't even consider that.
right.
You take everyone who's a sitting senator right now,
Right.
and yank them off the campaign
And
trail.
hold them there for because
You're
it's
gonna
going to
yank
take
them all
several weeks for that to go through. And he could make them all show up to Washington during drive time for the Democrats.
So how? I wonder what the best way for McConnell to yank him off would be.
Middle out,
Right.
as we've established.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Right, gotta go middle out every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, yeah, we're fucked because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
It doesn't matter. And the thing is, what's being said is super important stuff by people of, as far as I can tell, high credibility, who are career, diplomats and public service, workers. They display that they are quality people. And then Ohio's biggest shit stain, Jim Jordan, gets to go up there.
Get ready, because if he gets through this Ohio State bullshit, they're prepping him for a run in 2020.
I bet.
You know he's going to be their poster boy in 2020.
Oh, my God,
Because he's been so public through this whole thing, through every hearing that they've had.
The thing is, I hate him so much.
I know. Yeah.
Of all those characters, I hate him the most.
But he's exactly who you want if you're a Republican.
If you're Trump,
Yeah.
Trump and Jim Jordan and Nunes are the only
Right.
two people
Yeah.
in these impeachment hearings that Trump actually likes.
Yeah, right.
Because they're the only two people that are willing to ingratiate themselves belly up the way they have.
Sure.
Which
But
is
the,
all
but the Republican Party eats that up.
Yeah, that's
Just in
Trump
the-
eats that up.
Right. Well, I don't know. I think conservatives at large eat that up.
I don't know. I think that really the core conservative mentality really does respect someone who is willing to stick to what they think is right.
Yeah.
And not just ingratiate themselves belly up.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
But I don't know if maybe that time has changed now.
We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see. We don't know.
I hope you're wrong.
I hope
you're right.
Yeah, I
it's
hope
it's
you're wrong.
nauseating because I've been watching the hearings too, and it's just like it's nauseating to try and sit down and listen to it.
Yeah,
I had to take Trisha's car up to get an e-check, so she could transfer the tags from Lake County to here, and I was just listening to it on the radio this morning, and it was just like,
Yeah, but again, we're seeing some results from actual elections.
other things are happening.
actual
that-
practical
Yeah.
means of
those things at least demonstrate that attaching Trump's name to something hurts and helps, and it doesn't just help.
right.
People who have hitched their star to him have plunged into the ocean.
Yeah.
you know, that's not for nothing.
Interesting.
Anyway, sorry to be boring.
No, it's okay.
Poo poo pee pee.
Let's get Mitch McConnell jacking people up.
Yeah,
you're
sorry.
peaking an
It's
awful
okay.
lot.
No, the thing is, you won't hear it in the audio.
Okay.
You're only hearing it now.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll see. Well, no one's gonna listen to this anyway.
Yeah,
So who
right.
cares?
Fine. Just me.
All right. Well,
Anyway,
well, thanks, Dave. That was really boring.
boring and depressing.
Captain C-SPAN over here.
Yeah.
Captain C-SPAN. Well, we go from Captain C-SPAN to Captain Slam. Why are you fucked?
Cap and
Yeah.
Slam.
Yeah.
Begging your pardon.
It's a very burpy episode.
This is just off the rails already.
No, it's
I'm a
fine.
very burpy.
I'm a
episode.
very burpy baby.
Pound it for burpee boys.
All right.
So anyway, ba 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 ba. No, I gotta be real. I'm not particularly fucked.
All right. That's good.
Things
Well, fuck you then.
I
You got some good things going on. You're like doing good things and stuff.
yeah
Kieran Hep C.
Yeah.
That's good.
yeah.
He cured
Yeah,
Pepsi.
He was named poet laureate of Missouri recently.
It was
crazy.
It was fucking simple too. Like it turns out like your granddad's advice worked this whole time. All you gotta do is pee on it.
yeah, let's pee on it.
Hep C gone.
God. Unless, of course, you pee on it with Hep C.
Yeah, right.
Which means you just have
And then you
more.
get Hep
Oh,
C
you just
squared.
get someone without Hep C to pee on it.
I don't know why, but I just imagined like a game show called "Just Pee on It."
Just pee on it.
You remember the board game from Ren and Stimpy, Don't Whiz on the Electric Fence?
Yeah. The game with one goal, which Ren failed to do.
So anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good to not feel fucked.
Yeah. No,
What's that like?
There's a lot of good stuff going on. I've like actually like honest to goodness been drinking less.
Yeah.
Which is
Did you bring back the tea? You were a tea man for such a long time.
I've kind of brought back what I've been doing instead is those like lightly flavored sparkling waters.
Okay.
Like LaCroix and there's one called Bubbly.
Hey, LaCroix boy.
Yeah.
Bumping for LaCroix boys.
Bubbly.
What's the Aldi brand called? I can't remember. It's got a really kind of a silly name.
25 cents for this TV static water.
Yeah, that's it. It's a long, complicated name, but you know.
It gets the point across.
But
Yeah.
but anyway, no, it's nice because like I don't know, it's $5 for a case. I don't have to spend the time brewing it. I can just like it gives me the sensation of drinking from a can. So
Yeah.
it, it
Carbonation is
satisfies
important too. to
Yeah.
the ritual.
carbonation.
Yeah.
And then also like I've been waking up a lot quicker and a lot easier to the point where like this past Saturday I woke up I think probably around 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
And I got I got a shitload done that day, and then I treated myself to one beer with lunch, and then I got myself just a nice little 6-pack of Christmas ale that I just took my time with, and
Yeah.
it's
You want to enjoy it and not just be part of a thing you just do.
right, and more importantly, I want to enjoy like my hobbies and shit again, and not just the alcohol I'm drinking while I'm doing my hobbies.
Yeah.
And
That's an important distinction, I think.
yeah, it's been working, and I realized it because I was like, well, like I'm like really happy.
Yeah.
I'm doing really great. So why am I still drinking?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I stopped doing that, and I've been playing Call of Duty and Siege and Fallen Order and everything, and just been having a blast.
It's one of those things that you say no to yourself so that when you do indulge in something, you feel justified in doing it.
Right.
And,
Like right now.
Yeah.
I'm only gonna have like a few of these. And,
Only like 15 of these. Pound them down in succession.
yeah.
Yeah, no
just
biggie.
No, honestly, I'm like super happy for you. That's
it's
really
good.
great.
Yeah, it's
To,
good
great to
news.
hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
teaching myself to
Self-improvement, right.
to drink like a normal person.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I very much understand this.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I think I don't know.
It's challenging.
It is challenging, and if you just let it become like your all the time habit, it is.
you
It
guys-
isn't actually fun.
You guys went through it
Right.
way later than I had. I had my thing more in college, I think, than
Yeah.
because there was a point like I remember. This is when I still lived with
I
my
think you've
mom.
told us the
Yeah,
story,
like
yeah.
I realized I hadn't gone one day without having a drink in like
Sound of
Really
opening
times.
cans.
in like 8 months.
Yeah.
And I remember I was on my way out to the bar, and I was like, I just got back from work, and I got dressed up, and I was on my way back out to the bar with Drew because that's just what we did. And I remember my mom was on the couch, and she's like, "Oh, where are you going?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going out to the bar." And she's like, "You're going out to the bar again?" And I was like, "Yeah." Wait, it was like, when was the last time I didn't go to the bar? And I had to think like way back, and I couldn't remember a time when I didn't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like, woo,
Yeah, that's not a good feeling.
I'm really glad I've never reached that point.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very easy.
So I have a lot to look forward to, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to like
easy.
really hit rock
Well, I
bottom.
remember when you two lived together, it was like at one point you
my
guys
God, yeah.
asked me if I wanted to come here. And I thought about it for a minute, and I remember talking to my wife, and I'm like, I can't, because if I do that, we're just going to enable each other.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna kill 2 cases of beer every night.
Yep.
That was already happening.
Right, exactly. It would just you up the case size, basically. Like
well, even then, like before I started seeing Aubrey, I was putting away 2 bottles of bourbon a week or something
right.
like that.
Yep.
Something pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, trust me, I understand.
That sounds like the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Dan, this is serious.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Everything's a joke to me.
Yeah, this is serious. We're talking about alcoholism.
Right. Yeah. Whatever.
I'm fucking right.
Yeah, fucking whatever.
Yeah, fucking whatever.
Who gives a shit? Yeah.
It's all meaningless anyway.
But anyway,
But yeah, no.
Our planet's dying, and we're not gonna be that long anyway. So who gives a fuck?
But no, like everything is just fun. Is becoming fun on its own again. I'm still like kind of having to. If I start thinking too much about beer, then I start really wanting it. So I'm it's just kind of teaching myself to focus my attention elsewhere.
yeah, you're like retraining your brain.
I've told you several times, I don't think you have an alcohol problem. I think you have a self-control problem more than anything. I don't think your core issue is that you're an alcoholic. I think your core issue is that you, like me, have an addictive personality and you do things compulsively.
Yeah, like it extends to more than alcohol.
Yeah, so you just have to replace that with something else, which is what you've been doing. Is apparently like replacing one thing you like with another thing you like as well,
Right.
and then enjoying that thing more to the point where you don't have to enjoy the other thing.
That thing was jacking off. When I quit smoking, I just upped those numbers to like legendary. It's like,
Oh yeah, what was your high
I need
score?
that. Give me that dopamine.
So what's your high score? Yeah, what's
My high score.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't feel comfortable telling you on this podcast. I'm being serious. You don't want to know. It's
I almost ripped it off one day.
We're talking like double digits or something. or-
we're way up there. I don't want to get into specifics. But listen, when you need that dopamine, I mean,
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much I
it's just
understand that.
dust is coming out.
Yeah, right. Like a wallet in a cartoon where the little,
You don't
little
even-
moth flies out.
Oh yeah.
You don't even want to anymore.
Yeah.
You're just like compelled to. It's like a job you're doing.
Yeah, right.
Porn
You're looking
is
at your
fucking
watch.
free.
I know, porn's free. Porn is free. It's so easy. Porn
It
is
is real
free.
easy.
Your
Yeah.
body has a dopamine pump attached to the outside
Exactly.
of it. That's not fair.
Yeah, just fucking. Yeah, honestly, I don't feel comfortable.
My
Honestly,
penis is my dopamine pump.
Chris, I really want to know the answer to that question.
It's up there. It's without getting into specifics. It's
yeah, sure.
It's very high. It's uncomfortable. Like a doctor would peer over his glasses and go,
Oh,
"Ooh,
right.
that's a
That's
lot."
kind of too much.
Yeah, right.
Right.
honestly,
You get a referral to a therapist.
honestly, for real though, like if you're talking about like finding a replacement for that dopamine high, I'm telling you, man, get the new Call of Duty because
I
like
want it. I'm gonna.
literally everything you do, you get like this big flashy like XP
Oh,
bonus.
they know what they're
Fucking,
doing.
you know.
Yeah, they know exactly what
It's
they're
the
doing.
slot machine thing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like
Right.
noise and sound and you did
Oh, yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Are we still talking about my dick?
Nose breaker, 150 points.
It's a slot
Headshot,
machine. You know what I'm
100
talking about?
Right.
Yeah, my dick lights up
Find
too.
a slot. Find a slot.
Siege
for
does
my
that too.
machine.
It'll give you points for like fucking everything you
Yeah.
do.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Is that a thing?
You placed a gadget. That's 10
Right.
points. Yeah.
10 points. Anyway,
Woo! All right. So now that we talked about something that someone whose life is
getting my-
going really well,
Getting my dopamine from slightly healthier places.
yes.
Chris, why are we fucked?
So I'm gonna say this is like maybe just me who's fucked because of this.
For me,
And it's only purely for nostalgic reasons.
yeah, right.
Family Video is closing
Yeah.
down.
Christy and I just went by. You probably did too.
I did too,
When we
yeah.
went,
Like
when we
all
came
the
back from
branches are
Matt's.
closing down?
Most of them.
When we came back from Matt's the other night, there was the one Family Video
In
that's there
Austin, yeah.
is. Oh no, the one out by Niles.
Oh
and
yeah,
Warren.
that one too. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to the one in Austin Town. I actually bought Moonlight, which I've never seen, for $2
Oh shit.
because
Oh,
it was
shit.
I bought it for $2, which is cheaper than renting it on my TV, which is
Yeah,
the
right.
reason that Family Video is closing.
Yeah. Well, we decided collectively we don't want that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. No,
You
it's
vote with your dollars.
right.
Right.
I actually don't. I don't like just renting it on the TV. I like. Trisha and I actually would still go out to the movie store and like get a bunch of candy.
Really, that's fascinating because I don't understand that at all.
Really?
I really
Yeah.
love the convenience of like, I want to watch this movie.
don't
It's
wanna go
right
out of my
here.
house.
I'll pay $6
But
for it
the
right
candy
now.
counter is kind of
the candy
counter?
thing, and now they had Coca's Pizza built into it.
Marco's.
So you
And
just
CBD
Marco's,
oil.
excuse me,
Yeah.
and CBD oil. So,
Just a one-stop shop.
yeah. So you get your pizza, your CBD oil, all your Smarties, and a movie.
right.
CBDZ to pizza?
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things where like
CBDZ.
it's purely for nostalgic.
CBDZ.
Oh my god! Sorry, it's all right. It's purely for nostalgia's sake that I
Yeah.
like that. But like we
get it.
still used to go out to the video rental place and like
Yeah.
walk around, pick out something new, and sit down and watch it. There's something about the hard copy that I like.
I
Oh,
like-
yeah,
I like the
Aubrey and I
experience.
hard copy.
were doing that for like a while too.
Yeah.
and we always got a Marco's when we were out there.
Right, because it's so easy
I
to
like the
do
experience
that.
of the shelves. I
Yeah.
actually really do like that.
Right, and now
Wandering.
to see them for sale,
Yeah.
you could go in and buy the shelves that were at Family Video now
Do you actually
for
buy the
like
shelves?
$8.
We
Yeah,
actually probably should and put them up in the living room.
right.
Maybe a good
idea.
idea.
That's a really good
But
idea.
it's just I don't know. It's purely for nostalgia's sake, and I was one of the last people who would still go out to the video store and do that. But
Yeah.
you know, it's just a bummer, man. It's nice and it's really easy and convenient to rent stuff right on your TV. But I don't know. I have something about the old school feeling of going out and picking up a physical copy of something and
Yeah.
taking it home and like having it was like a movie night ritual thing. So I don't know.
It's a real shame that a business can't sustain itself so that enough that you can just kind of go when you're feeling nostalgic for it.
Right, exactly.
That's the
Yeah.
real problem. Is it's not like people don't like them, but they don't prefer them on average.
So I feel like in like a larger city, that sort
Maybe.
of thing could still survive because there'd be enough people there that would enjoy that sort of thing.
Well, yeah. Take,
Yeah.
for example, when I was in Austin a couple of years ago, they have this crazy, gigantic movie store.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie rental place. It's huge. It's like 2 stories, and they have like all these crazy like picks and stuff. They have a
Wait, it's a
staff
movie store, but they only have 2 stories.
Oh my god, dude. Tune those puns down.
Sorry.
What, it's you guys this time?
Can't turn it off. I'm sorry.
No, so the thing is,
The switch is always on.
actually, I remember there's a movie poster that we saw, or it was a movie we saw. We were there, me and Joe Draft, and it was like a VHS for a movie with Michael Keaton. I can't remember what it was, and he was like in between the twin towers. And he was like grabbing them, and they were crumbling. Ooh, and it's like,
Oh, did not age well.
that image is not aged well. And I have a picture of Joe Draft going. like pointing at that cover.
I have to find this cover.
That's
Hold on.
incredible.
I can find it for you if you want. If you don't find it.
Oh, I'm looking.
But anyway.
Anyway.
So
Confirms my
yeah,
theory that
they
Batman did 9/11.
Oh, God.
But yeah, so they do exist in places like that. You're right.
Yeah.
But it's got to be. They have to have an angle. It can't just
Right.
be a general
Well-
general movie. It's got to have like some angle. Like this is a
Yeah.
place run by film buffs, and every shelf has a handful of recommendations for people that really know movies.
It's called The Squeeze.
That's it.
Oh dear.
Holy shit.
long-haired Michael Keaton.
So for
Really has not
for
aged
those
well.
who are actually listening, just Google that. Just
Yeah.
the squeeze.
The cover for the squeeze.
Yeah.
And revel at a time
He's got
when we
his
took,
hand around both of the twin towers.
when we took the twin towers for granted.
Oh yeah.
When it was funny that they would be crumbling.
Wait,
You think? Oh no, I'm not going to say that joke on recording.
Yeah. No, save that one. Save that one for the. That's for 3 Dudes After Dark.
Ooh, after dark.
dark.
Well, and here in Ohio, after dark is 4:30.
3 Dudes After Dark.
But no, yeah, you're
No,
right. That
it's
is
just,
sad.
it's sad. It's purely for nostalgia's sake.
right.
I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah, I think I will too. But it's been years.
I
Since
can't
went.
remember the last time I went to a video store.
Even a
or,
red box.
like,
Christy and I
rental.
were talking about that too.
Yeah.
I haven't even been to a red box in
Right.
years.
Yeah.
I used to do the Netflix DVD thing like a lot.
Same. When I was
You
in
probably
college.
still can, right? They still offer the DVD.
Apparently, you
subscription.
can still do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was actually just listening to another podcast where they were talking about how you can still do that.
I was thinking about getting on it just to rip DVDs to my Plex
Yeah,
server.
right.
Yeah, there
Not
you
a
go.
horrible
While you
idea.
can still
Yeah,
do it.
right. Exactly. Yeah.
There's a bunch of shit that I.
Well, they make so much money off the streaming stuff. I'm sure that that's not going to go anywhere.
They don't even
anywhere
care.
soon.
Yeah, that's
right.
just they're
Yeah.
collecting a little extra.
Exactly. Can you imagine like the one? They probably have like one guy who does all of the DVD shipping now. Because like
One guy.
who does that? Like
It's just run. Whoop.
It's like,
Giant warehouse.
yeah, it's like
Just this one little guy going, "Whoop, gotta get over to Fraser."
Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling. Tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Mercy. Sorry.
Scrambled eggs all over my dick.
all over
What is a boy to do?
my dick.
Anyway,
Dan, why are you fucked?
Oh man, there's so many reasons. No, like seriously,
Where
like
to
I
begin?
have so many reasons why I'm fucked. Do you guys want like a real serious one? Do you want like a white people problem one?
white people problems.
White people problems?
Yes.
Okay.
I need to indulge in
White
some
people
of
problems?
these.
Okay,
yeah.
so my white person problem and the reason why I'm fucked is that because of recent circumstances, there's a lot of shit I want to buy that I can't afford right now.
Yeah. Oh,
boy.
So like Dave, Chris, and I, and then also Christy and Aubrey started a band recently, which I'm sure has been talked about extensively.
I feel like we might have talked about it.
Maybe
I don't know. Maybe we didn't.
maybe we didn't. Yeah. We're
it's
in a
definitely been
band.
talked about on Goose Chase.
Yeah.
Goose Chase.
But we're in a band now.
Yeah.
So like
The Sunday Night Screening Society, if I remember correctly,
Yeah,
we've actually
right.
settled on that.
it's until we settle on something else. But no, I like that name. It's
The
a good
Dick
name, yeah.
Punchers.
Hi, I'm
Fart Patrol.
I'm Dick Punchers.
Dick Punchers.
I'm Dick Punchers. These are the Dick Punchers.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
With a Z, of course.
Dick Puncher and the Dick Punchers. That's actually good.
With their hit song, Dick Kicker.
We
I don't hate that,
We
yeah.
gotta dig up that thread again.
Oh,
from
yeah.
years ago on Facebook where we came up with a bunch of stupid band names.
Right. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God, it was like 600 of them.
So
Just
funny,
kept
too.
going. Yeah.
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 No, but like because of that, I've wanted to buy so much musical equipment.
Yeah.
Which is not cheap. If anyone plays an instrument or is interested at all in music, music equipment is not cheap at all.
Even the little stuff.
Even the little stuff, like
Man.
like I play guitar and guitar pedals, which are
Yeah.
these little these little boxes.
Yeah.
Cost like easily $150, $200.
Yep.
Right.
Even the cheap even the cheap ones are like just under
50,
100.
$60. Yeah, easily. So like, and there's like so much shit I want to buy right now because I have all these ideas all of a sudden of like what music we could play and things like that, and it's
Yeah.
just like. And I talked a little bit earlier off mic about how I've been like going the deep dive of YouTube, like guitar gear videos, and like, oh shit, I want that, like
Yeah.
just like cool shit like that, and like I have a really cheap guitar that I bought years and years ago.
What is it?
It's a Mexican Fender Stratocaster.
Oh, we talked about that. Yeah.
Which when I got it, it was a like shelf model too, so I got like a really good deal on it. I bought it for like $250, which is
That's
like
not too bad.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the guitar like retails for like $450 or whatever. So I got it for a pretty decent deal. It's a guitar I've been playing since I was 19 years old.
Yeah.
And I've had it for a very long time. So like I want to buy a new guitar,
Right.
and that's expensive, and I need a new amp, and that's
New
expensive.
guitar?
New guitar.
a new guitar.
Why would you
We
does that
gotta
have
we
to
gotta
do
lay
with-
this whole road down with new guitar.
Dan, I don't understand why you would need new guitar.
I was in Youngstown,
Well, to drive your stick cars, obviously.
Yeah, exactly right.
and I saw them laying down nougat all over the roads, and I thought this is a tremendous waste of candy.
So dumb.
Being a Noopa Noopa, I know a thing or two about quality candy control.
The nation's candy bars have been compromised because in Youngstown they're putting it down on roads, and I thought stupid.
The failing Mars Corporation is just wasting this nougat.
New guitar, whatever.
Guitar.
I don't know. You're the
no,
boss.
so that's one side of things, and just like all this musical equipment that I want to buy and can't afford yet, and it's like I want to save money, but I have bills to pay and shit.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. Also, like Christmas is coming up, so I should put money
Yeah.
aside for my people Christmas
Okay,
gifts.
so I'm running into that problem.
Yeah,
now.
right?
'Cause I paid all my bills,
Yeah.
and I have a little left over for the next 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
But the minute that the next 2 weeks rolls around, I got to pay all the bills again.
Yeah.
There's not. I don't know how people save money.
So
I
like
don't either. Yeah.
So weirdly, like I'm following in like a nice, as far as this little side thing. I'm lucky. So like this next paycheck that I'm getting this week,
Yeah.
like it no bills are on this paycheck.
Yeah.
They've all been paid. But that just means that the next paycheck will just be completely evaporated. So I'm just gonna like try to be a good boy and not spend any money on this paycheck.
good
so
little
that
boy.
I'm
Like
not
easy
like.
beasy.
You
Yeah,
you
right,
be a
right.
good little boy.
This will probably be like the paycheck I spend all my like to buy all my Christmas gifts on. But
But what if instead you were a bad little boy?
Fucking yeah. Oh God.
oh, so bad.
Oh fuck.
I'll just
sorry.
show up to band practice with a new shiny amp and be like, guys, look what I got! Like, Dan, did you just talk about?
What the fuck? I thought we discussed this.
I thought we talked about this.
I'm a gassy
we
beasy.
recorded this conversation.
You
decided I don't-
discussed it.
yeah,
I thought I'm gonna get a new amp.
right. Yeah, I thought this would sound way better than what I've been using.
See,
and
I
I'm not
had this
wrong.
realization. I don't love my family.
So, like, another side note onto that side note, the cool thing that my family does now, so, like, instead of us all buying, like, something that's cheap for everybody,
Right.
like, we all get one person to buy something for us.
An
We get, like,
exchange.
yeah, we get, like, one good gift for somebody.
For somebody, yeah.
And then we all buy a gift for our mom.
Yeah.
So we like, Christmas is a lot more affordable these days because
Sure.
we all just buy for two people. Like
My family
one-
ran into this too.
because like, and now the other thing too is like we're all adults, so like if there's something that we really want, we usually just buy it,
Right.
And it
Yeah.
becomes a lot harder to buy for somebody else.
Yeah.
But so now that like it's just like a nice little gift exchange, and it's simpler and it's cheaper for everybody, and that's good.
Yeah.
I highly recommend. But you know, if you're in the financial situation where you can afford to buy a gift for all of your friends and family, do it.
Right.
But if you're like me and you are barely scraping pennies together to get through your next paycheck, it is a good compromise.
We talked about it last year. Like, there's just no way because we for so long we just gifts exchange it with each other. There's just no way to do it.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
It's actually very hard to do.
And it's just you know what? And honestly, I love you guys. I don't need shit. I have
I don't-
enough. I have
I
enough
don't either.
bullshit.
I don't
Like,
either.
Yeah.
I was like, so every year I run into the problem where like, what do I even ask for Christmas?
Sure,
because
right.
like usually, like I said before, if there's something I really want to buy,
I'm gonna get it.
I
Right.
will buy it. Yeah,
Right.
even
Yeah.
like I will save money aside and get it.
And the things that I want but haven't bought for myself are because they're too big to buy for
Right,
myself.
exactly, and like
I would never ask
feel
someone else
horrible.
for them.
Yeah, I would never ask anybody else
Right.
to pay for that. Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
again, like all this guitar stuff I'm asking for is like, I wouldn't feel horrible asking someone to pay hundreds of dollars to buy music equipment for something like this.
This Christmas, all I want is a 100-watt orange amp.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
oh,
Only
God.
$1,200.
The older I
Dude,
get,
orange amps are so expensive.
Yeah.
But they sound so nice. I would totally get one of those. Yeah.
the older I get and the more Christmases I go through, the more I realize what I like is just I like seeing everything all decked out. I like seeing everyone happy and getting together. And the most that I want for Christmas and have for the past 5 or 6
It
years
was a nice little BJ.
well, I mean, I wouldn't say no,
Little beach.
but
A Christmas blowy.
is just to be comfortable.
Sorry, I'm the
Yeah,
worst
right.
person.
to be cozy
Right.
and have some goddamn peace and quiet.
Amen.
Right.
Amen.
Hi, I'm Ben Reese, and for this Christmas, leave me alone.
Get a nice little Christmas beach.
This
Some peace and
Christmas,
quiet.
Just fuck the hell off.
Shut up and wrap your lips around my dick.
The Ben Reese story.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Just go away and
the,
let me play games.
The other reason why I don't have any money
Season's
is
greetings. Fuck off.
so like recently at work they've like relaxed the dress code policies so we can wear whatever shoes we want.
Yep.
Which is very cool because I've always appreciated like shoes is a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not like a full sneakerhead like Chris is, but
God.
But just as for style and expression, it's
yeah,
fun.
well, because like I'm a big NBA fan, and
Yeah.
a big part of that culture is
shoes.
the shoes. Yeah, so like I recognize the shoes. I know like what's cool and what's good and stuff like that. And like now that we can wear whatever shoes we want, it's a little bit of like a show off sort of thing.
Sure.
kind of like show you a little bit of your personality and stuff like that. So like
Yeah.
now I want to buy some cool shoes.
Yeah.
Share, yeah.
Yeah, so I can
And
like
some socks. Hey, that's lingerie for your feet.
well. Socks, the lingerie of your feet.
Oh God, I gotta piss so bad.
But that's essentially it. I have no money to spend on the cool shit I want because I have bills to pay. And there's so much cool shit I want right now because like we started a band and now I can buy whatever shoes I want for work. Again, white people problems.
Yep.
Oh no, Dan, don't say that. Being broke is an everybody problem.
But like
Yep.
the being broke is one thing, but
That's
it's
a
like
working
being
class
broke and like
problem.
wanting to like buy stuff. Because like the thing is like my guitar works fine. I recently bought new pickups for it and got those switched out, and it actually sounds really good.
Yeah.
Like the amp I've been using, it's fine. I've been borrowing your like Line 6 amp, and it's been totally
yeah?
fine.
It's
I forgot that. All right.
It's
Not
me.
borrowing, just using it when we're playing
Oh, I see
for
what you
practice.
mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have my own amp at home that I've been using, so that's
Right,
yeah,
right.
whatever. But like, and I have shoes that are comfortable that like look cool, and I'm fine with it. It's just like I want more shit.
I want all the
like I just
things,
want all the
please.
things. Yeah.
mood.
So
Yeah.
that's where I feel like it's a white person problem because like I have things that work well and are
Yeah.
cool, and I want cooler and better things.
Sure.
Yeah.
I want a new
And-
motherboard, man.
Yeah, right. It's like, there's always the thing. It's like I feel depressed and sad, and I want to buy things to make me feel better.
Yeah.
about things.
That is a hole you will never stop falling down, right? Never.
Right. Yeah, everyone feels that. Yeah, everyone feels that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
All right. Yeah, this has been a very long opening segment.
Oh yeah, all right. So yeah, it's time to take a little breaky, little
Yeah.
break.
little bit of break. And we'll be back with,
With smoking and
drinking. The peakiest episode ever. So much peaky.
Welcome to the Three Dude Podcast. Hey. Yeah.
You can find us at 3dudecast.com.
If you're wondering whether that's spelled with the numeral 3 or the word 3, the answer is yes.
We're so proud of ourselves.
We're so clever. We're such clever boys.
Wow. We've switched hosting to Podbean. You can still find us on iTunes and Google Play. So give us a like.
Yeah, give us a like, give us a listen, give us a review somewhere.
Give us a sandwich.
Give us a high five.
Give us sponsorships.
Please give us a hug.
Give us that money.
Suck my dick and then my balls. Suck them both.
It's I get it. It's Louis Armstrong.
You suck my dick.
I can wait.
Sorry.
My balls.
Oh, you recorded this.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That'll be fun to listen to when I'm 50.
You can suck my dick.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, if you can make that long.
Yeah,
make it that
if I
far,
make
yeah.
it that long.
yeah. In your late 50s, when your dick is falling off, this won't be so funny.
Right, I know.
Dick actually falls off
All the way off.
all the way off.
Dick
I'm all the way
actually
off.
falls off.
I'm all the way.
Dick actually.
Actually. Woo! Hey, oh boy.
Are we? Wait, is this?
We're rolling.
We're
yeah.
rolling? Oh, okay, all right.
Welcome
Well,
to the 6
yeah,
o'clock
welcome
news.
back to
I'm
the-
Dick actually.
Welcome back to the 19th episode of the
Yeah,
Things Everything
that's
Together.
right.
I'm still hosting. Somehow they haven't kicked me out yet.
Nope.
No. You're doing better than any of us do. Just keep doing
yes,
it.
You're doing better than any of us do.
So I was originally intending to play the Rotten Tomatoes game again,
yeah.
but
Right. That's a lot of work, though, right?
it was so much work the first time, and I just didn't have time to do it today because I was doing other stuff.
As it works out, we spent 45 goddamn minutes rambling in the opening segment. So
No, but I still had another idea for a game if you guys want to play it. I don't know if it's gonna be good.
can't be any worse than as bad as it gets.
Nah.
That game that everybody hates.
I feel like last time you guys played that was actually pretty good.
yeah. It led us the concept of sharing a McRib with Kathy Griffin.
So I thought of this game. I don't know how I thought of it because I'm a genius probably. But it was just like so everybody's phone has autocorrect, right? And it like automatically suggests things for you to type next, right?
Okay.
But everyone's autocorrect is going to be tailored to that specific person, right? Okay.
This is too revealing.
No, I don't want like so like this. So my idea was so like one person would start. I would probably be the person who starts.
Okay.
And then they would like whatever the first suggestion is that pops up.
Yeah.
You know, type that in.
Okay.
And then the next person types that in, and then whatever their suggestion is. So we create is like a weird bastardized sentence using all four of our like autocorrects.
Is this gonna?
I don't know if it's gonna work or not.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. So like obviously the first thing that's gonna pop up on mine is I.
Right.
So just
You vainglorious bastard.
Right, exactly.
So we just type I.
just type I in and then like whatever. So like we'll just go around clockwise.
Into your text chat.
In your text chat, yep. So using the first suggestion of your autocorrect after I, what would be the next one for you, Ben?
Am.
Okay, so
hold
that's
on. So I'm
actually
just
mine
opening
as
up-
well. Yeah.
I'm just opening up a chat with. Who am I opening up a chat with?
I don't think it matters. It probably does not
It's
matter.
the Armstrong cable thing that texts me when my bill is due.
That's probably appropriate. Yeah.
Let me send this to the Bernie Sanders campaign.
Well, so
Hold
like,
on.
well, it's up to you whether you want to send this text out or not, because it's probably gonna make 0 sense whatsoever.
I'm definitely sending this to the Bernie Sanders campaign.
So
All right. So the first 2 words are I am.
The is the third
I am
word.
the. Okay, so let's type that out. And then
I got one.
one. Okay.
I'm the one.
I am
I
the
have
one.
the wall. I have
okay, Neo.
walrus.
Okay, Neo. So my next one is who.
Ah, me too.
Yeah.
who gets
Gets. Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Who gets a
Yeah, I get that one too.
a
Little.
Little. All right, mine is bit.
bit of
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
these
All right.
Days.
Mine is 2 TO.
to be be.
All right.
able
Okay.
Two.
TO.
Yeah,
that-
T-O.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Mine is get GET. Don't know why is that spelled out.
My next autocorrect is 2 words.
Sure.
that's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
On a
On a
Plane.
Okay.
PLANE.
PLANE.
Okay.
T-O again.
All right. Just, and then mine's the.
office.
Should we end the sentence since we have a sentence to
So,
keep going?
Yeah, no, I think that works. So I am the one who gets a little bit of these days to be able to get on a plane into the office.
New sentence?
Radio sentence, yeah.
Yeah, brand
new
new
sentence.
sense.
All right.
I think that's.
I want to do more of this.
Does that work?
Ben, do
Yeah.
you want to start the next one?
All right.
Okay.
Maybe like even just pick a word and we'll.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
first word's gonna be my.
Okay, let me erase all this.
Yeah, so I'm gonna copy this down and then
Sure.
Naturally, the second one, the second word for me is wife.
my wife.
Wife.
So I just want to share what mine was. After mine, it was penis.
Penis?
Yeah.
My wife and penis.
No.
my penis.
After mine, it was my penis. I don't know how often I talk about my penis when thinking, but apparently
more than you
apparently
thought.
pretty often.
Quite
Yeah.
a bit.
So I got my wife is
Is
Eels. A.
a
Go ahead.
what does your phone say, Ben?
Oh no.
What is it, Ben?
so
I've never been so excited.
okay. So the very first auto suggest is good, but right next to it says good consolation prize.
So my wife is a good. Do you want to just go with
Yeah,
good?
Good
Yeah, good.
is
Yeah.
the one that shows up in the middle. That's
Good.
the one.
Yeah,
Oh
we're
my
going
god.
Thing.
All right.
My wife is a good thing.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Two T-O. Why do I keep getting two?
It happens mine's due.
My wife is a good thing to do.
It
It. Homemade.
Right.
H-O-M-E-M-A-D-E, all
Yeah.
one word.
HOMEMAD. My wife is a good thing to do at homemade.
Nice.
Chicken.
Oh, dude, last night we did it homemade. Chicken.
My wife is a good thing to do it. Homemade chicken.
And
And
My wife is a good thing to do at homemade chicken.
rice.
My wife is a good thing to do at homemade chicken and rice.
That's kind of a sentence.
Sort of.
Almost a sentence.
Almost.
I'm comfortable with stopping there.
All right.
This is super fun.
This is really
This is
fun,
good?
actually.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I had no idea this would actually be a thing,
It's working.
but I think it's working.
Okay, so do you want me to just take a word from here?
Yeah, let's just take a word.
I'm going to start with O. Like
O-H?
O-H.
Oh.
I-O.
I-O.
okay.
Oh, okay, like the word okay all the way.
Okay. Yeah, just okay.
Oh.
The letters okay?
Yeah, just okay.
Oh,
Okay, just the
okay.
letter, just this, okay.
Yeah.
Then mine would be I, the letter I.
I don't.
No.
What?
All right. Mine is actually 2. It's I should.
I should
Oh. Okay. I don't know what I should.
do.
Yeah, that's
With.
It.
but B-E-T.
But I
Might.
Okay. Mine is 3 words.
That's okay.
Whoa, all right.
Be able to.
Okay. Mine's gets.
be able to get on.
The.
Road.
Oh, hang on a second. Mine's 2. T-O.
Be
Able to.
God damn it.
I feel like this is going to go in a circle now. Yeah.
We're just going to go to last.
Get. I got get again.
Yeah. And mine's the letter A.
a new
One.
Oh no. No, we can't stop there.
No.
Then
then it
Oh, God. Will be.
A.
mine is a little more.
Yep.
little more more than THAN
A month.
Oh my God.
Is that a sentence? Does anybody know?
Oh, okay. I don't know.
What I should do with it, but I might be able to get on the road to be able to get a new one, and then it will be a little more than a month. I feel like we have to go a little bit farther.
A little farther.
Oh, we're almost there.
Except that I have and again.
No.
And
A half.
Oh, half.
a half men question mark men
Well, that's
Okay.
definitively the end of a sentence.
Oh,
You have a punctuation mark. Yeah.
okay.
We're done.
I don't know what I should do with it, but I might be able to get on the road to be able to get a new one, and then it'll be a little more than a month and a half, man.
A month and a half.
A month and a half men.
Man.
All right, you ready, Dave?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick we to start.
we
Oh God, let me get this whole gigantic
Yeah,
thing
right.
deleted.
Select all. Cut. Oh, hang on a second. So I gotta go back. We have to go back. Okay, we
Yo.
are A-R-E.
are you
We are you.
We are you guys.
Doing.
Okay. This
is
Actually,
actually
a
good thing.
there you go.
Yeah.
good
Mine too, actually.
Hashtag
Two.
mine too.
Do
Is to.
Do is to.
Yeah.
what the fuck, Google?
Is to.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's the word post and the number 10.
I have the same thing.
What?
It doesn't make any sense. Post 10.
Post 10.
Post 10.
Numeral 10. Yeah.
I have the letter S.
I think we're breaking
I think we've broken it.
It's freaking
Because the next one is and.
it. And
All right.
I
I
Don't.
Don't play all.
Hold on.
This is gonna be the most strange one so far.
Yeah,
for
it
sure.
is.
The time.
All the time. And
And I.
Are.
We're learning that Ben doesn't have very good grammar.
in
I-N.
the
Same way.
To.
Oh my god. B. Bees?
able to
Get.
On.
And this is where it just starts going.
just
in
get on a plane.
Right,
We're getting on a
right.
plane again.
You start coming in, they don't stop coming in, they don't stop coming in, they don't stop coming in, they don't
What'd
stop.
you get, Chris?
The.
Yeah, I got the road.
Yeah, we're just going back in a loop here.
Wait, I'm just gonna choose one of these other ones to break the pattern.
Okay.
Bus.
On the bus,
Get on the bus.
not on the road. And
Oh,
oh, no.
Oh no.
A.
Half.
I thought I was gonna look at my phone and see men again. Hours.
How often do you look at your phone and see men, Dave?
Hey, mind your own business.
Of
I.
Of the.
Oh my god. Day.
Okay, I want to end this sentence. Can I just choose frowny face to end it?
yes,
Frowny
that
frowny
works.
face.
Frowny face.
Okay.
Okay.
Frowny face.
So what do we got, Dave?
You guys doing this is actually a good thing to do, is post 10S. And I don't play all the time. And I are in the same way to be able to get on the bus in a half hours of the day. Sad face.
All right, I think we officially broke it. And that's been whatever this game was.
Yeah. Can we do one more?
You want to do one more?
And someone pick a really specific odd word to start it.
Okay, so
Velveeta.
Velveeta.
All right, Chris, why don't you tell us what's immediately after Velveeta?
Is.
Is
A
Great place.
great place to
Work.
with
At
the
End of.
the
year.
award.
Winning.
the
Most.
Likely culprit.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Likely culprit.
The.
best.
Bet.
For
A.
Few
Years.
ago.
Oh man.
When.
When
Yeah.
I was
a young boy.
A.
Kid.
I think that is that
do
a
we wanna
sentence?
end it there?
I think that might be a sentence.
Velveeta is a great place to work with, at the end of the year, award-winning most likely culprit, the best bet for a few years ago when I was a kid.
So that was whatever that was.
That's great.
I think that was a lot of fun. I don't really know what
I like that
was.
game a lot. That's really fun. Velveeta is a great place to work.
It really is award winning. When I was a kid.
Oh,
That was so weird.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I was. That was way more interesting than I thought it would be, and I'm glad that we did that.
That's super strange.
All right. So speaking of super strange things, so to keep on the whole theme of us doing like things that were uplifting and kind of fun.
if we have to.
Yeah, if we have to. I thought
Talk
it'd
about
be,
depression.
no. So like, I thought it'd be really interesting if we talked about like time travel, especially what we would do if we had a time machine.
Other than destroy it, I assume.
No, yeah. So like, this is like super like the dream scenario. Like, I'm thinking like, don't have to worry about fuel or getting back to the present time.
Horrible diseases.
Just like, you know, what you would do with a time machine if you had one. You know, where you would go, what you would do with it.
Okay, no restrictions like you can only use it once.
No, like this is not a.
This is a brainstorming for what to do with a cool time
This is
machine.
just like if you had a time machine, where would you go? What would you do? What sort of like parts of history would you be interested in seeing firsthand if you could?
Rome.
Rome?
I think I want to see ancient Rome.
Yeah?
Because I'm one of those people that's convinced if Rome didn't fall, we would be 1,000 years in the future.
Yeah, no joke.
Interesting. Yeah.
I think like without the fall of the Roman Empire, humanity would be so much farther.
It's really interesting to wonder what
Thanks,
we lost.
Visigoths.
Yeah, like what?
That is interesting.
What could we have lost? You know, it's hard to guess. I guess.
I just kind of want to see what that ancient civilization looked like.
Yeah.
Because it was just
That would be really
so advanced
And
for
so gay.
and so very gay.
So gay.
Incredibly gay.
Which is
Oh,
why I
man.
want to go back there.
Can you imagine what would it be like if everyone was just gay?
Yeah, I think about it all the time.
All the
man.
time. All the time. Every time I'm on this podcast, I just think like, man,
And just like, what if we all were
what
just
if we
like
were all
yeah,
just like super gay?
yeah, and just
Oh
like
no,
naked too?
I actually don't think about that very often.
Well, you should try it.
You should.
That sounds really gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I feel like if we've established anything, there's nothing wrong with being gay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The Seinfeld defense.
Is that the Seinfeld event?
Yeah, you remember the Seinfeld thing of just it was like it was an episode where they kept mentioning someone being gay, and then they kept returning to not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, really? Is that a Seinfeld thing?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And then other people they would repeat the same rote thing of
I've
like
been
yes, people's personal preferences are no one's
Yeah.
business but their own. They would say it over
I've been
and
making
over.
that joke for years. I didn't know that was somebody else's joke, but it makes sense that it was someone else's joke.
Yeah, it's a classic Seinfeld.
Yeah, classic Seinfeld.
Yeah, Seinfeld did it.
Seinfeld did it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Imagine going back in time and watching Seinfeld for the first time.
Yeah.
Actually,
Imagine having a time machine and then only using it to go back in time to watch Seinfeld, which is available on like Netflix right now.
yeah, it's just like I'm kind of a Hulu guy, so instead I get in the time machine.
Wait, is Seinfeld on Netflix?
I think it is, right? Or maybe it isn't now, but it will be soon or whatever.
It was on Netflix. I think it might actually now be on Hulu.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
It's hard to
okay.
keep track.
Boom, 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 boom.
Jerry
boom,
Seinfeld,
boom,
please
boom,
write into the 3D cast and tell us where your show is available to
Let's
watch
tag Jerry
via
Seinfeld.
streaming.
Take time out of your busy day to write us a letter when we could Google it instead.
Yeah.
I think I would use the time machine to go and see how the music of certain older civilizations sounded that didn't bother to write any of it down.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like the Egyptians famously did not notate any of their music, so we don't know how it actually.
Well, we all know
would've
they wrote
sounded.
the song "Walk Like an Egyptian."
Right, obviously.
Yeah.
So I would definitely do that. We have records of like the oldest recorded songs from like Sumeria,
Yeah?
and that sound
They made records.
just completely. Shut up.
You can't leave that open. I just
I don't even know what I'm leaving something open.
that's what she said.
Same.
But I would go see how that shit sounded. Maybe get up and bust out some Johnny B. Good.
Yeah, right. Your kids are gonna love
Yeah,
it.
your kids are, well, not their kids, but like
Your great grandkids are gonna really love it.
it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
That's an interesting question of what things. I want to go back to like a week ago and kick you in the nuts.
Why?
I don't know. I think it'd be funny.
I'm like brushing my teeth like I just got out of the shower.
Yeah.
I'm naked
You don't
brushing
even
my
realize
teeth.
you left the door unlocked, so I go back to a time when you accidentally left the door unlocked. And I just run in with the steel-toed boots and I kick you in the nuts.
I look over and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
Bam.
Bam,
Right in
and
the
then
nuts,
you go down and I run
disappear.
away.
Yeah.
It'd be way funnier to do that before you met him.
Scaring me.
What?
No, I wish we could have recorded Chris scaring you.
Oh yeah, I would go
Oh,
back
my
in time
God.
2 hours
Yeah.
and do that.
Yes. I don't think I want anything more.
I would definitely go back just like 20, 25 years ago to just like relive some of my own past and just like experience that as an adult.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to do that at all.
I'm going to. Well, no, not like my past, but just like
Okay, all right,
just to be in the 90s
Okay.
again.
Yeah, okay. I see
It
what you
occurs
mean.
to me that
Yeah.
we really need to nail down these time travel rules. 'Cause
No, there's
time-
no rules.
Time
this
travel.
is a fun.
No, but what kind of time? What kind of travel are we talking
Yeah.
about?
So
forward, backward, wherever you want to go.
but when you go back, you're always you now.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah,
like you right now, where you would go if you had
yeah,
time.
this
to
is not like
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher butterfly effect.
We're not.
type
It's,
thing.
it's like I wanted this to be like because again, I just want to just be like a fun,
Yeah.
not overthink this too much. But
right.
you're already ruining it.
Well, I
Dave.
just want to
See,
make sure I know what the rules are.
I have thought about this before, like what would be a good way to like do time travel without fucking anything up, and the theory the pseudoscience I came up with to explain it is that like time is a rubber band. If you go back in time, you're stretching the rubber band, you're stretching it out of its natural state, but when you go back, it snaps back into place. It's like you were never there.
okay.
Okay.
So like you can talk to people, interact with them, and whatever. But when you go back, it'll be like none of it happened. They'll have no memory of it.
I actually really liked Avengers Endgame explanation of time travel because I feel like it made a lot of sense. It's like when you go back in time, you create a new timeline that you went back in time and created, and then the other timeline is still existing.
Yeah.
But you're also existing in that other timeline. I feel like that makes a lot of sense.
But see, I just
That
want
helps deal with a lot of the problems.
yeah, I just want consequence-free time travel.
That's what I mean. Like I didn't
Creating
want
another timeline is still a consequence.
Right, like
Yeah.
I would go back in time and just kick Hitler in the balls. Like I wouldn't want to kill him.
Ball.
True, yeah,
right.
but
Yeah,
it's
just
just
one
singular
Just his ball, yeah.
It's-
Right.
His
No,
one
I would
testicle.
go back before he got his other testicle removed and kick him both of his balls, just so he would feel it more.
When did he have both balls? When did the first ball go?
I don't know. I don't know that much about Hitler's balls.
He lost it in World War One.
Okay, so prior to that, like
Prior to World War I?
prior to like conscription age, he had two functional normal balls.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out. So that means he was probably a minor. So you'd be going back to like,
No, he was a
Bunch of
soldier.
It
minor
would
in the
not be
balls.
the first time I've kicked a minor in the balls. Let's just be honest about this.
wow.
No, I was also a minor at that time.
Oh, okay.
All right. No, you work at Best Buy.
What?
Huh?
What are you trying to tell us?
You're not,
Anyway.
you're not a minor.
So, Dave, where would you go?
I don't know. I think I'd go back to like when you were like 4 and just fart right in your face. And, like grab your head behind my ass with both hands and just pull your nose right up to my butt. And
See,
fart in
that's
your
what I'm
face.
talking about. Like before you even knew him.
Yeah.
this is
Yeah, just like you could never tie it. To
Like
me.
I'm at like the Canfield Fair or something in
Yeah,
a
you're
little
like-
dinosaur T-shirt,
Yeah, you just like got a fried Oreo and you're
Yeah.
like really enjoying it.
and you
for the
just like
first time.
grab me and like
Just
fart
go,
in my
hey,
mouth.
kid! And then just grab your face. I pull it into my ass and I fart like a good deep one. And then I go, see you, sport, and I run away.
I'm just crying.
And then like years later, he would meet you for real and be like, "You kind of look like the guy who
you look
farted
really
in my
familiar."
face." Yeah, you
That's
look
your
like
one-armed man. That's me.
Right.
Yeah, that's me.
One-armed man.
I'm the guy. Oh my god! Farted in your face at the Canfield Fair and
Oh,
changed
God.
your life forever.
How different would my life be just from,
same.
from that,
Probably exactly the
from
same.
that moment?
Actually, for all you know, he.
This is the
but-
timeline.
Yeah, exactly. He may have already done that. Yeah.
This is the timeline in
Just
which
like a
that
long
happened.
one where you just grab me by the head and then disappear into the
Right.
night.
Like smashed your fried Oreo into my pants while I'm doing it.
So anyway,
That's really
So
funny.
wait, not only do I smell like farts,
You lost your
I
Oreo.
lost my Oreo.
Oh man, that's a bad day.
Oh
It's a
man.
real bad day.
Happy Labor Day, kid.
what's Labor Day?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I'd really want to do, probably.
So
I really appreciate that.
Just fart a load of
that makes
pink
a lot
eye
of
right
sense.
into my mouth.
Oh
my
God.
Well, at least you won't get pink eye. It went in your mouth. You can't get pink eye in your mouth.
No.
just strep throat.
You know, that's honestly not what I was thinking about when I was coming up with this topic. But that's really impressive. Yeah.
So
Keep an open mind.
going with the rules.
and an open mouth.
Going with the rules again of like, you know, everything goes back to the way I found it when I travel back, and
Right,
like
yeah.
I can be safe. Like I can nope out at any time if I'm in danger.
Yeah, of course.
I would want to go through and find. I would want to find the answers to some of history's biggest unsolved things.
Yeah.
You know,
Where's Jimmy Hoffa?
where's Jimmy Hoffa? The Dyatlov Pass.
Oh God, very interesting.
Deaths. a whole bunch of shit. You ever read about the Somerset Man?
No, but I want to know what that is.
Just a dude who
I don't know what that is.
he was just a dude who was found dead on an Australian boardwalk in the middle of the night. The names and shit on all of his like clothing and luggage had been removed. He had no identification.
Oh,
The
one of
only thing that
these.
was in his pocket was like an incredibly rare printing of a book written in like Turkish or some kind of language, and the scrap of paper just said "Tam ensued," which means it is ended.
What?
And it was like they like traced it back, and it was like an incredibly rare first printing of this obscure novel in another language.
That's like something an evil librarian does to their worst enemy.
Right. Well, like the leading theory is that like this dude was definitely some kind of spy.
Yeah, right.
Oh, cool.
And
Right.
was like just assassinated out in the open in the
make
middle
a
of the
point,
night.
yeah.
To make a point.
Yeah.
It must have been a pretty shitty spy if they were able to assassinate right out in the open. Not a very effective spy.
This is like eating a corn dog.
Surprising.
like a Turkish corn dog.
What?
Walking around.
Waving a Turkish flag, you know,
Yeah.
just like
Oh man, I'm the worst spy ever.
Answers the phone. Hello, government? Yeah, it's me.
yeah, there's a real spying going on right now.
You know, spying's kind of lame, so I thought I'd get a corn dog out here on the boardwalk.
Have you tried corn dogs? They're incredible.
Oh, anyway, dude, I got
can't
this
get
thing.
them in Turkey.
You got to hear this, loser.
What is with you guys?
Yeah, that's my ass. All right, bye.
Yeah, that's my ass.
What are you doing
Okay,
with that
bye.
gun?
Oh my god.
Oh, somebody, hang on. There's somebody who has a gun in front of my face. I'll be right
Yeah, let me deal with this dipshit. I'll call you back.
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, my corn dog.
Yeah,
No, that actually is really fascinating.
Sorry.
that's a weird story. I mean, like it's. I'm sure someone knows exactly what happened, right?
Someone must. There's a cracked article that does a better job of explaining this thing than I am, but it's creepy and it's never been satisfactorily resolved.
Yeah, right.
I would also want to go. I would just want to go and see like certain things in their prime, like the pyramids before everyone stole all the limestone and the gold
Oh yeah, that'd be
capstone.
really cool. Yeah.
You know, I would want to see, you know, because that's the only wonder of the ancient world that's left standing of the seven that are classically
I want to see
referred to.
the Colossus of Rhodes.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Some of these we don't even know if they existed. Like
Sure.
the Hanging Gardens, we don't know if they
Right.
existed
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, like they probably existed to some extent, but not maybe to the extent that we think of them.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry.
Library of Alexandria.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a really, really good one.
Well-
Well, we lost so much, right? Like all of it, right?
Well, good news. Good news. They're,
Good news, everyone.
Most of those things had copies elsewhere.
Correct. Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so we lost a lot less than people like to think we did.
Well, that's good.
But I want to see it.
Yeah, it must have been beautiful.
Yeah.
yeah, it was probably pretty kick-ass.
I kind of want to know like how Stonehenge was made.
Right? That'd be really interesting.
Aliens, obviously.
Oh, obviously aliens. For sure, 100% aliens.
We have a pretty good idea, but seeing it get made and seeing like just even to prove those theories right, would be
Yeah.
would be so cool.
Also, I would like, not that I would be able to communicate, but let's say this dream scenario, I would be able to communicate with those people.
Yeah.
But like, so why are you guys doing this? What's
Yeah,
this
like
all
what's
for?
this, what is this for?
Because that's the other thing is like nobody really knows
Sun
what
goes
it was
round, we wanna know
made
why.
for. Yeah, yeah. It was like that's the other really.
Oh, they're
interesting
just
thing
like big
as well.
rocks.
Yeah, it's just kind of an aesthetic. It's
Party Central, man.
Yeah.
just aesthetic.
Fucking Sam Hain.
You know what?
Yeah, maybe that's all. Like that's
Yeah, right.
what
We
I would
don't
want to know. Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'd like to go back to and be a fly on the wall is that one. It's not even that long ago. It's
No,
like
Dave, we already established you have to be you,
right, yeah,
not a fly.
That's unfortunate, actually. Not that long ago, that woman that she worked in her church, and there was that portrait of Jesus that she messed up and then tried to fix.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I would love more than anything on earth to be in the room to watch her go, oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh shit! And then like try and clean up and make it worse.
Make it look
and
like a little
slowly
baby
worse
monkey,
and worse until it's like I wiped his whole face off. I got to draw a new face on. I would love to watch that entire sequence play out.
That lady is never living that shit down.
It's so funny.
It is funny. She made a little tiny baby howler monkey.
It looks so stupid.
It's incredible.
He's even got like a crooked.
Yeah. I'm the Messiah.
I would love so much to watch that process go from, oh no, I think I fucked up, to, oh, I really fucked up. Oh, I can't tell. Anyway, I gotta take this home. No one can see this. I gotta fix this by candlelight.
Yeah, right. I think for me, one thing I would want to go back and see in person would be like some of the bands that I never got to, would never have seen.
Yeah.
Queen.
Yeah.
Like see the Beatles, in
Beatles,
person.
Nirvana.
Like holy shit. Yeah,
Captain
Nirvana.
and Tennille.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, of course.
Hank Williams Sr.
I'd like to see Jimi Hendrix play like in person.
Tiny
That'd be really,
Tim.
really cool.
Yeah, right. Tiny Tim.
The tiniest of Tims.
Yeah.
Just a little Tim.
I don't know. That's probably something I would want to see
just a
like in
little
person.
Tim,
'Cause,
mate.
like,
I wonder what bands would be on that list.
well, like the obviously the ones where the members aren't alive anymore.
Yeah, the Beatles.
Yeah, the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix.
Janis Joplin, The Doors.
Yeah, like those ones that like if you saw them live would be incredible.
Yeah.
I think the Beatles would be the top of the list because they stopped performing live after a while.
Right, yeah,
too.
right.
So like that window of time was like there was a whole lot of people that really enjoyed the Beatles and weren't able to see them live even when they were still recording music.
We might have talked about this, but there's right before the Ramones actually took off.
Yeah.
They did a show in downtown fucking Youngstown.
Yeah, right. Because
Really?
Right before.
funny story, their sister touring band were the Dead Boys,
Okay.
led by Steve Bader, who went to Fitch High School.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, they made a couple stops actually here.
This was right before their European tour in
Big
which
one.
they blew
In
up.
75, yeah.
They played like the night before they got on a plane. No.
Oh,
They
crazy.
went to Cleveland next, and then they got on a plane.
Yeah.
But they played a show at a club that doesn't exist anymore in Youngstown.
Doesn't exist.
And no one showed up. Barely anyone showed up,
Yeah.
and they were pissed off. And then they went off and did other things. I would have loved to be at that show.
Yeah,
Interesting.
right.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I never
like-
thought about that. Like seeing a band before they made it.
Right before
Yeah.
they made it.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, right.
See like where they were before.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before
Because
like,
they were
the whole
probably
thing-
still really good.
sure.
It's just that no one was paying attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because being really good isn't all it takes.
It isn't all it
Sure.
takes.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Not at all,
Right.
yeah.
So plenty of incredibly good bands just kind of get a little chunk of the spotlight, then they're gone.
Right.
Yeah.
It'd
That's
be
a really
great
good
to
point.
see some of those bands where you could be like, "Hey, that was a great show. Can I buy you a beer?"
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Or in like the Ramones case, hey, that was a great show. Can I buy you some heroin and methamphetamines? And Johnny Ramone would talk to you about how great Richard Nixon is as president. Yeah.
Weird.
Oof. Johnny Ramone, true story. Johnny Ramone, well-known Republican asshole.
That's so weird.
Just a right wing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who knows?
As a young
You never
man?
know.
Everybody else, yeah, as a young man, like
Weird.
just
Young
but
man.
always argued with the rest of the band because they were all obviously liberal, anarchy,
Punk rockers.
punk
Yeah.
rock,
Yeah.
right? Johnny Ramone, hard conservative.
That's such
It's
a weird
really,
thought.
really funny.
I know
Rock and
he's-
roll guitar icon Johnny Ramone, fucking right wing Republican.
I'm just gonna
It's
say
really
this.
strange.
I'm gonna say this. This is maybe a popular opinion in this room, but not a very nice thing to say. But I'm weirded out by young Republicans.
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
strange.
Right.
I can
like,
understand a little bit more when you get older and you kind of want to cling on to the piece of the pie that you carved out for
What about the
yourself or whatever.
Klingons?
He beat me there.
Nougat tar?
New guitar.
New guitar, the Klingons, new band name.
Guitar and the Klingon.
But I'm suspicious of young Republicans. I don't understand.
Yeah, it is kind of weird because, like, really, if you're appealing to the Republican ideals, nothing about that appeals to young people.
Right.
Yeah,
Right?
no,
it's
it doesn't.
all for. Now, I think the only like young Republicans are the ones that are like come from money.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
like
Oh,
that
of
stuff
course they
does
do.
kind of like trickle down.
Yeah,
in a way,
it just trickles down.
trickles down. All over them.
all over their faces.
Yeah,
Right.
right, yeah.
Presumably, preferably in a Russian hotel room.
Have you seen the hoax video of that?
No, I need to see the P-tape.
You should see the hoax P tape. It's
Piss on my face.
It's definitely not real, but it's really something to watch.
Interesting.
I'll bet it is, buddy. Pee on my face.
No, yeah, that's the other thing is he's weirdly like in a chair across the room, which makes more sense.
Yeah, be on her face.
I
Yeah,
disagree.
just
I feel like if you're going to be there, you might as well be right in the mix.
If you're gonna be involved in something like
Yeah.
that, don't you want to get peed on?
Do you think
Dude.
anything makes Trump hard anymore? Anything?
I don't want to think about what makes Trump
Big Mac.
hard.
I don't think it's anything.
I don't want to think about that.
Big
at all.
Macs, golf,
Lynchings.
lynchings.
That moment where he almost slips in the shower and he thinks this is it. And he catches himself and has like a half erection for like a minute and a half.
A little half-mast action.
Yeah,
His daughter.
his
Yeah,
daughter. His
no,
daughter.
that definitely
I mean,
gets him going. Yeah,
That dude. Let's be real. That dude definitely was inappropriate with his daughter, right?
It's, you know what?
Like,
I
for
don't
sure.
know what he did, but his attitude is weird.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
weird.
Like whatever his normal relationship with her is not normal.
I've shown you guys.
I think hasn't he like publicly talked about how much like he would want to fuck
Yeah,
his
if-
daughter?
Yeah.
Word for word, if Ivanka weren't my daughter, I think I'd be dating her.
Ooh.
That's the thing you don't want you.
Word for word.
Yeah, I'll take things I don't want to hear my dad say.
Yeah, right. Gross. I'd go back in time and see what he was doing with his daughter.
No,
No.
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 Just want to film it on a real camera
But what
in 4K.
what I would do
Presented at CPAC this
Yeah,
year.
right.
would definitely be to go back in time into just key points in the Oval Office. Just listen to the
Yeah,
shit
right.
that gets said in there.
How wouldn't you want to be part of like the Kennedy? See what happened in the Kennedy administration during
Yep.
like the Bay of Pigs? Or,
Oh,
yeah.
Well, at that point, like as horrible as it was, like it would be really fascinating to see like the whatever room of executives was like observing like 9/11. Like,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
like just obviously everyone was shocked about it, but like
Sure.
they're the people that are like, all right, what do we do now?
What do we do now?
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
right.
Right.
And obviously they made the wrong decision. Everybody sees that now. But at the time, it's like they were like, well, we gotta do
What do you
something.
What do you do?
Yeah,
right. What do you
yeah.
do? Right. Or like I always wanted to be a fly on the wall for like because
Chris, we've already talked about this.
You can only be a fly in a time machine.
Sorry. But just like, so a lot of people don't know when Hoover dropped the atomic bombs.
Oh man.
He like before he did it, like because I was going to say LBJ, that's not right. When Roosevelt knew that they had the bomb and didn't drop it because he didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Didn't want and Hoover, like once he was presented with the opportunity, Truman, excuse me, not Hoover. Truman, when he was presented with the opportunity, was basically like told by the Joint Chiefs, this is how long we expect the war in Japan to go on for if we don't do this, and this is the cost of the human life that it would take.
Right.
And when he was presented with that information, it was like an extra 10 years before they felt comfortable that they would win the war.
God almighty.
And it was like a crazy number of American lives. And he was basically given, he was presented with the plan, and he called Emperor Hirohito, like he, was patched through to Hirohito and basically begged him. There was a phone call that took place where he begged him, please, I have this thing.
If you don't stop, I'm gonna have to.
If you don't stop, I have to use it, and I don't want to use it.
Yeah.
And
Just
then
on math alone. On math alone, if I don't use this, way more people
and
die.
Hirohito was talked out of it by Hideki Tojo, and then the first bomb dropped, and Truman called him back and said, "Please don't
have
make me
another-
do this again."
Here's the fucked up thing on the other
That's
end.
crazy.
Of it.
I don't think I've ever knew that.
Hirohito after the first bomb, or no, Hirohito after the second bomb was fully ready to surrender.
Yes.
Nobody else around
Correct.
him was, and there was a conspiracy to assassinate him.
Right.
One guy blew the whistle, and all of the conspirators were executed, and Hirohito surrendered like
Right.
the next day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Because
If they had
Tojo wanted to
succeeded-
keep fighting.
Yeah.
Imagine all the ways that this could have kept going on
If they
forever.
had
We might not have Japan anymore.
Right.
We had-
It could have been to the point where because we had so many more than just
We
those
did,
two
right.
bombs.
we had at least half a dozen more.
yeah.
Japan today would be uninhabitable.
Right.
Oh
right.
man, that's a crazy thing to
Right,
think
but
about.
like that was like, and that he famously before they dropped the first nuclear bomb, for days before they dropped it, they were sending like airdropped flyers down into the city that was like, please evacuate. We're not trying, you know what I mean? It was trying to get the citizens to leave because it was
That's fascinating.
more like a military strategic target that they were trying to hit.
Right.
Yep.
And they were everybody was basically told this is propaganda, don't listen to it, and then bam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's few things in human history as fucking upsetting
Yeah,
as the
right.
reality of having that bomb dropped on the
Right.
city.
And the reality of having to make that decision, which is like, you know,
It's so weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
To think about the fact that like when we look at this thing in broad strokes, this is people fighting people.
yeah, right.
And when you look under the hood at the actual events that lead up to something like dropping 2 nuclear bombs
Yeah.
on a target,
That doesn't go down easy for anyone.
yeah, the people perpetrating that thing are begging to not have to
Right.
do it.
Dude, the pilot of the Enola Gay was in therapy for like the rest of his life.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's just you don't.
It's the grimmest business there is as
Right.
a human being.
Right.
It's warfare, isn't it?
I kind of want to know for like purely strange what does it look like when you realize that you're sentencing that many people to die, because that's a very difficult decision, and also the reason that people should go out and vote. Because
Yeah.
there has to
Yeah.
be, there's a person in charge of the country who sometimes has to make those terrible, terrible decisions.
Yep.
Where it's a no-win scenario.
And then occasionally you get someone like Nixon who just says napalm them all.
right, exactly, which is
The Mad King.
right,
Yeah.
which is why you should go vote.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
go
yeah,
fucking vote. On a lighter note, I would use my time machine to go see Shakespeare plays when they first came
yeah,
out.
right.
Oh,
How
that's
funny that
sweet.
would be to actually go into a crowd of people.
It just you know why they call it the peanut gallery.
Yeah, right.
I don't. Tell me.
They would chuck peanuts at the performers.
Oh, literally.
It was the cheap seats full of drunken working class people, and they'd be making fun of the performance the whole time, hucking peanuts
They
down.
had peanuts?
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought we were like in America when we cultivated peanut butter and stuff. We also just
No.
got good at peanuts for the first time. Why did I think that?
No, because peanut butter was just a stroke of genius.
Yeah, right.
We didn't even invent it, did we? Someone else did. I can't remember what the story
we
is.
did George Washington Carver.
But I don't think that's actually true. We'll have to look into that because I think it's one of those things where there's more to it than that.
I don't know.
I'll give it to him.
Yes.
Just give it to him.
What? Why are you going to take peanut butter away from George Washington Carver?
Leave him alone. Would
The
you?
man has one thing.
No. He also invented.
Oh, no, he
he
did, didn't
invented
he?
traffic signals, didn't he?
What?
Did he?
I think he did.
We need to do another.
If it wasn't him, it was another black American. But it was invented by an African American, the traffic signal.
Okay, I did not realize that.
But anyway, yeah, Shakespeare plays in their original time and place would be hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of those things too were, there's so many immature jokes in
Right.
Shakespeare,
Oh,
you know?
absolutely. We talk about it like it's this really
like, we call it-
academic thing, but
We
it's
call it high art.
it was not high art. It was just
Thrillers and
Yeah.
sophomoric comedies.
right.
operas.
Exactly. You're right.
Soap operas, kind of.
Yeah.
It's like that level of like class involved.
Right.
Yeah, it's just that, they happen to also be really clever.
Yeah.
And Shakespeare also invented a shitload of new words. Yeah, I guess in much the same way that Michael Bay can invent something like, nano assemblo bots or
right.
whatever the thing is that Transformers do. I don't know.
Fuck it. Whatever.
Whatever it is, it's more than
I don't
meets
think
the
that
eye.
Michael Bay knows what Transformers do.
Well, we
He
talked
definitely doesn't.
He has no idea.
No.
we talked before
He
about
knows they
like
print fucking money that goes right into his bank account.
the best the Much Ado About Nothing is like a
it's a
pussy
joke.
joke.
That's a huge, it's a pussy
Yeah,
joke,
freaking out about pussy.
Which would modernly translate to freaking out over pussy. Right.
Which I think we all can relate
Which
to.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure was an actual movie released sometime in the last 10 years.
Yeah, there's something about Mary.
Yeah. Right.
Much ado about Mary.
What you do about Mary's pussy?
That sounds fun. I'd go back to your 9th birthday and throw your cake out the window.
I remember my 9th birthday.
Yeah, which one was it?
I remember it was at my grandma's house, and I had I was big into NASCAR at the time, so I had like NASCARs on my cake.
Oh, great.
So it's just like right before I blow it. You
I just
like,
pick it up, I'd smash your face in some of it, and I'd throw it out the window.
later.
There's like a little number 3 right up on the edge, and that's where all the candles are.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Doing it for Dale. All right.
Number 3 in the car, number 1 in my heart.
Would you guys want to go to the future at all? Like go any
Yeah,
further?
we
Like,
need to talk about
yeah,
that.
No.
The future is not going to be good.
not at all.
No,
No, not
definitely
even
not.
a little bit.
Hard pass.
Here's the thing. I want to go if I can only be a spectator. No corporeal form.
Okay.
Go as a transparent
Interesting.
eyeball.
Why is that?
I feel like I'm not going to do well in the future.
We're not.
Wherever I go, I feel like people will see me and
You think you just like
Burn
stand
him.
out? Right.
yeah.
I'm not convinced. I'm not entirely convinced that it would even be possible to travel to the future because I don't think it's set in stone.
Well, yeah, that's okay. So talking purely theoretically, yeah, I kind of agree with you.
I think so too, yeah.
Which will really throw you for a fucking loop if someone from the future comes here. Like, you know, from like George Washington's perspective, if you show up and talk to him and he asks you what the future's like,
How do you
does that mean that his future is set in stone, and does that mean that my future is set?
it starts to get very very complicated about the sort of like concurrent natures of multiple.
This is
realities.
inherently why I don't think time travel is possible.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
this,
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It
Raises too
is.
many.
It is way. It's. There's no way it's actually possible.
this is also why for me this is something where like if you come back to the future, the past resets itself. You can't change the past because it's already happened.
That actually
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense
Right.
when you
Right.
put
Yeah.
it that way. Yeah. The rubber band theory.
yeah.
Rubber Band Man.
I had a great idea for like a short sci-fi story revolving around that concept once, where, you know, obviously if you go back everything resets, but like what if if one of the explorers dies in the past, the rubber band is strained, it keeps stretching because that thing from the future, this dude's corpse, is in the past, and eventually it's gonna snap and time goes away.
And time goes away.
Time just breaks because
I don't like
there's
that.
too much strain on the rubber band.
I don't like it when time breaks.
I've been hearing about this time elasticity, and when it breaks, all of the known events of the present, past, and future all disappear into a brilliant flash of light. And well, sir, I don't like it.
Nobody's talking about this.
I was back in time, and I was with Amerigo Vespucci when he discovered America, and I accidentally farted in his mouth and gave him strep throat that killed him.
I was on the boat. I ate a peach. I walked on the sand. I killed a crab.
And that's why our continent now is. And that's why our continent now is called Chengdu.
Trumpsylvania.
America by Trump. Sounds beautiful.
America
beautiful.
by
Put it on
Trump.
the side.
Oh.
I met
Oh.
crooked time travelers. And they went back in time saying they were going to abort me, and oh no, my hand is disappearing. I think that's so good.
Not so
Not
good.
It fades away. And then Mike Pence is just in his place.
toupee falls to the floor.
And that's all
Disappears.
there was.
All of a sudden, Mitt Romney just appears. It's like right in his place. President Romney.
Yeah, you know what? Remember
binders
when we
full
thought
of
that?
women.
Remember when we thought that was going to be a bad thing?
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't feel unsafe if Mitt Romney was president.
That's the thing.
I wouldn't
Neither
feel
would
unsafe if Mitt Romney was president.
I would feel like things weren't going to go in the right direction, but it wasn't going to be like a dumpster truck driven by the Joker.
Right, you're never like on edge. Dumpster truck.
It wasn't going to be like all out, everything's on fire.
Yeah, right.
Romney 2020. It's not a dumpster truck driven by the Joker.
I would vote for him if that was his slogan.
Seriously though, like that's
Romney 2020. It could be worse.
it could be. The thing is, now we know.
Oh no.
We talked a
I
bit.
know.
I'll tell you, I talked a lot of shit, and then we lived in a world way worse than I thought
Yeah.
we would ever actually live in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it with Bush Jr. too. Is like,
Yeah.
I actually had this conversation with my dad earlier. Was I didn't like George W. Bush.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel unsafe with him at the helm of the country.
True.
I felt like there were enough very
Well-
smart people around him that, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but very smart and conniving and manipulative
Yeah.
people.
Sure, I agree, but not people who would let this country catch on fire.
Well,
No, I don't think. I don't
Karl Rove would.
Karl Rove, maybe, but I'm talking like he had Colin Powell, he had Condoleezza Rice, and despite all the guy's faults, he had Dick Cheney. Those are three very intelligent people, and I don't like any of them really.
Right.
But
Well, Colin Powell's okay.
Colin Powell's all right.
I wouldn't say that I felt okay when they were in power. I would not say that. But if it's a contest, if it's relative, we're not even talking the same universe.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, we live in a time of like active malice as
Yeah,
opposed
right.
to like blundering incompetence.
Sure.
I would take incompetence right now.
It is really. It's become very obvious to me, like how much that has affected the world as well. Like I think working in retail, especially. So like over the last 4 years, I've seen firsthand the way that people have kind of changed
Yeah.
towards like other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the level of like rudeness and like
It's palpable.
just like treating people poorly for no
It's
reason.
palpable.
People assume the worst about each other first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm guilty of that. I think a lot of
yeah.
us are very
same.
guilty of
We're
that.
all in this soup.
Well,
dude.
I wouldn't say that about myself because
No.
I think I'm better than all of you.
You are
so-
probably. Actually, now that you say that, you probably are. Actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
right.
did you say you think you're better?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Actually, I
he
know
is.
I'm better than
that's-
all of you.
That's pretty funny. Clearly, I'm better. Glug glug.
No, I do think people assume the worst about each other. There is no charitability of spirit,
No,
which is
not at
like
all. Yeah.
a defining factor of like a functional society. Is people assume the best about each other before they're proven otherwise.
It's become a little dog eat dog. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
everyone's kind of just looking out for themselves.
Snoop Dogg eat Dog.
Yeah.
Well, it's-
yeah.
it's-
yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think that's one reason why it's so easy to like look at the past and see an idealized version, and you know we like to criticize you know people who talk about the good old days for doing exactly
Sure.
that. You know the good old days when
Right.
men were men and black people couldn't vote.
Yeah, right.
You know, but
And men had to suppress their gay feelings for each other.
Yeah, right.
right, yeah.
yeah, honestly,
You couldn't cry because
Because your dad would beat the
shit out of you. Right. You're right.
yeah,
Yeah, the good old days.
there's
Good old days.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Sometimes the past is a bit of an escapist thing, especially since
Yeah.
a lot of it is informed by our movies and our music. You know,
Yeah.
when we think of living in the 30s, we tend to think of
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
yeah, like
Hello, my ragtime girl.
yeah, nice,
J. Frog.
nice jazzy music. Maybe do a little favor or two for the mob. Something exciting. If you're living in the 30s, you're working fucking 8 hours every single day in a steel mill, if not more.
Oh, yeah.
Making pennies on the dollar and buying.
Not even pennies. You're making company issued vouchers.
Right, yeah, because
Yeah.
unions aren't really a thing.
Yeah,
yet.
right.
Oh yeah.
I think it's interesting that our ideas about the past and even our present are partially defined by the fact that we've made it this far.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
The future is super ambiguous.
Standing on the
Yeah,
shoulders
but
of
it's-
giants and all that.
But it's easy to think like, oh, if I went back in the 40s, I'd probably make it at least this far too, right? I mean, I made it this far. That's,
I mean-
there's a perceived
I don't know.
greater danger in the future than the present or the past.
Yeah.
Sure.
And the present.
I feel like if I saw you in the 1940s, I'd probably try to kill you.
Yeah,
If I saw you in the 40s, I would break into your shitty one bedroom apartment
My
with
tenement.
with your 15 kids, and I would
Beat the shit out of your Polish ass.
Polak motherfucker.
This is for beating your wife.
Yeah.
Not that I know you do, but you probably do anyway.
I'd spend 5 cents on a bag of potatoes, and I just whipped you with it. You fucking Polish piece of shit!
Right. I put children in between me and you. Oh my that's what
Your
they're
kids-
for. That's what
Kids are
they're for.
your kids are grabbing me to get me to stop, and I'm just backhand one of them as hard as I
That's why I
can.
got 15 of them.
Like a,
Just make a wall of Polish
like
children.
a good old early
between us.
20th century Mickey R.
Yeah, right.
The reason you have 15 kids is to use them as a human shield when someone bursts in from the future.
Right. When some crazy drunk Irish person comes in and beats the shit out of
Your children
Polish
are your
ass.
seconds. They're
Yeah.
they're who you put in place of you in a duel.
Exactly.
Yeah, like it's easy to play something like I don't know, fucking Skyrim or anything like that, and think like, man, it'd be nice, it'd be cool to live in Viking times. You know, go to a 9 to 5 job, and then there's fucking wolves everywhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like the world is
Yeah.
covered with shit that eats you.
Yeah,
you
right.
haven't figured out how to build a proper house yet.
And if you're not a complete badass, you're gonna wash the fuck out. You're
Yeah.
not gonna make it.
Every time you go to drink water, you have to worry about what was upstream of it, and if you're going to get poisoning,
Right,
diarrhea.
yeah, right.
You're gonna be the guy growing leeks for the guys who are actually going out raiding and pillaging.
Yeah, right,
Right.
exactly.
And if you
That
don't
doesn't
grow
sound
enough
so bad,
leeks,
actually.
if you don't grow enough leeks, they just start taking your shit.
yeah, right.
Yep. Yeah, the local warlord starts taking your shit, and
Yeah.
if you're lucky, you can become like a man of the cloth and live in a temple and not have any sex.
Oh, so I do right
Oh
now.
wow, that sounds great. Dan of the
And
Cloth.
then get eaten by a wolf.
yeah, and then, Dan of the Cloth.
Yes.
Yeah,
Taking a vow of chastity.
even old Japan, samurai had a thing they would do when they got a new blade. They would just like go out in the middle of the street, because samurai were just jock assholes. They would go out in the middle of the street, and katanas are curved because you can draw and slice in one motion. They would just pull it
done.
out and just kill a random passerby to kind of christen the blade.
Yeah.
That's something old samurai would do because they were kind of dickheads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucked up.
Yeah, if you think hard about it enough. What?
I'm thinking so
about
hard.
it.
I'll think so hard about it.
Think about it hard enough. If you go back in time far enough, everyone's just an asshole.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah,
We're all the same.
The one thing
Yep.
that's constant is there's always going to be dickheads. There's always going to be assholes.
Speaking of which, I'm going to read you a headline that just got issued from NPR.
Oh boy.
This is a real headline from NPR.
Oh, God.
U.S. arrests money laundering expert for laundering money.
Gee willikers.
A professor at the University of
public
Miami,
masturbation.
Who'd have thought?
who's long been regarded as leading expert on organized crime, particularly money laundering, has been arrested on charges of laundering $3 million on behalf of corrupt
Whoa.
foreign nationals.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
On behalf of foreign nationals, though, so he's just getting his cut.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't
Yeah.
actually have $4 million sitting in his, a bank or whatever.
He's an expert, though. That's
Yeah,
you know.
right.
So they've known this guy is an expert at laundering money.
Well, no, he's like what? Like, they said he's like a criminologist or
He's like an
something.
University of Miami. He's
Yeah.
an academic.
yeah, but the fact that
So he's like teaching other people how to launder money.
yes, teaching criminals how to launder money
Yeah.
and laundering their money.
This is how I would do it
Yep.
if I would do it.
the O.J. Simpson story.
if I did it.
Yeah.
Isn't that the
It's
most shameful
totally
thing?
not what I would actually do, but this is how you would do it. It's like that video
guy.
we talked about the other day about the guy,
professional jewel thief.
Right.
Like the days leading up to him publishing that, he must have like just woken up in the morning, checked his cell phone and been like, "You have 57 new messages
Yeah, right.
from Johnny Cochran. Pick up the fucking phone, OJ." Message number 1.
Seriously, like how you gotta wake up and swing your balls around pretty hard to go, you know what? I'm gonna call it if I did it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Now I'm not saying
what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
Now, I'm not saying I would prefer a standard chef's knife over something more combat oriented, but if you really pressured me on this issue,
If I did it, here's the weapons and tools I'd use because they were around me. If I did, which I didn't, they
I
weren't.
did. Obviously, I didn't do it.
if you
or else I wouldn't be writing this book about how I
really
would have
gonna
done
press the issue, I suppose if I had to pick.
Piece of shit. Now he's out and he's on Twitter.
He's on Twitter.
It's amazing.
The best thing about him being on Twitter is every comment, every comment is somebody making a joke about murder.
Yeah.
Like nobody is buying his bullshit.
O.J. Simpson, whose actual address to Twitter every day is, "Hello, Twitter world."
Yeah. Hello, Twitter world.
Hey, Twitter
Just
world.
here to remind you that I got away with killing 2 people brutally. One of them was the mother of my children.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's what I think about fantasy football for week 8. Yeah.
Fucking piece of
What
shit.
a
Let me
fucking
tell you how you can make a killing in your fantasy league.
Anyway, I'd probably go back to like when you were like 15. It's just like when you're most self-conscious and like make fun of the way you look and be like, duh, fuck you. You're never going to have friends. And then I'd leave.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You know what I would actually do? I would actually go back in time and like do the Biff thing,
Macarena.
Back to the Future, and just like use my
Yeah,
past, my current knowledge
Absolutely.
to benefit myself in the future.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's be real. That's what we would really do.
100%.
Yeah.
I would unjustly enrich
100%.
myself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
time.
It said a big bag of money on the counter in like what was it, 2016, 2017. I want you to put this all on the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
At the beginning of the season,
Sir,
right?
that's
Yeah.
enough to buy the Chicago Cubs
Yeah,
now.
right.
I know. I want you to put that in for me anyway.
That's what she said.
Just put that in for me.
Put that in for me.
Anyway,
Yeah.
do we have we anything else, or do we need to
Have we anything? Have we anything?
Have we?
anything?
That's a
Have
fucking
you any
weak
wool?
question.
The
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's right.
sir.
That's it.
3 dudes
Is
full.
that it? So I'm really fascinated that none of you would want to go to the future.
No, no, zero chance.
No.
I would go like way in the future, like 35, like year 3500.
I don't think it's gonna get better.
No, I just want to know what it is. Like
It
what
will- it
The
won't
thing
be
is,
here.
I don't think there will be people in the year 3500.
I agree.
you think
with
we'll
that.
all have like made it with other species and just created hybrid?
No, I
versions of
think there
ourselves?
will be just
Oh, no,
just
okay.
a planet.
I
And,
was just trying to justify my weird fetishes.
Yeah.
don't feel the need.
You think we'll have interbred with like antelope? Because like, what do you think it would look like?
On the off chance that the future is inconceivably
Or like
bad,
mantelope, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I would not want to see it on
Yeah, I
the
don't
off
wanna see
chance
it.
that it's inconceivably bad. I don't want to chance the future being fucking incredible, like we've spread to the stars and we
Yeah.
we can do all that. On the off chance that it's not that, and like
you don't want to live with that.
But that's why I would
there's
I would want
there's
to
like less than 10,000
way-
humans on
Right.
Earth.
That's why I would
something
want
that.
to look like way far in the future, where like there was nothing that I could do could affect it, because it's like
Yeah, I know what
so far down the road. Not that I could affect anything that could happen in real life anyway, because my life is inconsequential.
Oh my god.
agreed.
Well, you're certainly right about that.
Yeah, like real talk though. Like
No, like none of us are.
yeah,
we don't
like
matter.
seriously, like
We're all just ants in the ant farm, and that's fine because we're
basically,
having
yeah.
an okay time.
I'm just trying to have a fun time,
Right.
In this, while I'm lasting around.
Yeah.
While I'm lasting around. Is the thing that people say,
You were phrasing things oddly today.
dude. I don't know what's going on.
No, I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
The thing is, my timeline for like what I expect out of Earth is probably. I mean, I do think by 3500 we have too many problems. We can't fix them, and we'll die before we do.
I hope we do.
Me too, bud.
Me too.
Well, anyway,
On that uplifting note, you think it's time to
Yeah.
take another break?
Yeah, I think it's time to take a break.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a piss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Same,
Hashtag
bruh.
me too.
And then,
You guys want to get around together and just take a little piss together?
yeah, take a little piss, a little group piss.
Group piss.
We can get around this
Dunk
toilet.
it in the bowl.
cross the streams,
Don't
send Gozer
never-
the Gozerian back
never
into
cross
the.
the
streams.
Dunk it in
abyss.
the bowl. Take a group pee and dunk it in the bowl, right?
No.
What?
Yeah,
What are
dunk
you
it in the
talking about?
bowl.
Dunk what?
We're gonna go dunk our dicks in the bowl. That's what you do, right?
Why do you don't put your dick in the bowl, Dave?
Yeah, don't you? You
No.
don't? Oh man, I do.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Well, when we come back, we'll be
Anyway.
smoking and drinking.
Smoking and
The
drinking.
joke that will never die.
It sure won't, buddy.
All right.
Kucherov. You fucking loser. You suck.
Kucherov got hurt.
He's so terrible. I'm going to dump him.
What position is he playing?
Right wing.
Right.
Well,
wing.
not right now. He isn't.
Hey, didn't I dump him?
No, I drafted him first
Oh,
overall.
who am I thinking of? It doesn't matter.
None of this matters.
None of this matters. Although Ben Bishop is doing pretty well tonight. So.
Wonder all
There you go.
this fucking.
Everyone's favorite part is when we talk about
This is so much.
fantasy
It
sports.
really is so much goddamn work, though. It's like it
Hockey.
occupies all of your fucking headspace.
I'm so like the first year I did not do fantasy football. Like my life just felt so much better. I was like, I don't have to worry about this anymore. I
Yeah.
can just kind of like sit around and enjoy.
Yeah, right. You could just sort of enjoy
I
life.
don't have to think about it at at all.
I disagree because I hate fantasy football because I don't like the NFL.
Right.
But
Same.
I fucking love fantasy hockey because I get to talk about it. Gives me an excuse to talk about hockey with people who also like hockey.
Yeah. The thing that I like is that it makes, more games are more important for more reasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, this game that I otherwise might not have really cared to watch.
I guess that would probably be
goalie's
true
in.
with like fantasy hockey
Sure.
where there's 82 games and like
Right.
not
Oh,
every
yeah.
game's gonna matter. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
I'm happy you're having a good time this year because you were literally pulling your hair out.
Well,
last year.
yeah, last year was very, very bad. Last year was very bad.
It's
don't
still
know.
early. We have a lot. We have like 19 weeks left, so
Oh yeah.
plenty
Yeah.
of time.
We're in the
many
sweet
weeks.
spot of hockey season right now.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All the season's starting to take shape.
December
What
is
shape is it
consistently,
taking?
Storylines are forming.
except for April and May, like late April, early May. December, I think, is the best month for hockey when it rolls around because then you start to get a clear idea of who's going to surge forward in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything, all the early season stuff, kind of goes away to the wayside, and you start to see who's coming out strong.
Yeah.
you know?
Early season is a great big wash.
Yeah.
And they take a lot of chances on a lot of different things. And they'll experiment with players and different,
Once the trade deadline comes through, like once you know that the trade deadline's coming up, then
Yeah.
that's when you start to see like the teams are fucking taking form.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Well-
Should we finish the damn thing?
Yeah, whatever.
let's do it.
Oh, did you know what? The thing I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret here. A lot of times they'll be like, "Oh, did you start recording?" And I already knew you started recording. I actually legitimately didn't know that you started recording.
Yeah.
This, so
I'm just experimenting.
yeah.
Yep.
Just trying to get as
It's a little
much of
peek
this.
behind the curtain of the 3 Dude Cast.
Hey, thanks for coming on, Dan.
Oh well, fuck you.
No, we had I think a good episode. We started out all amped up and like
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
I think because Matt and Claire dropped by early on, you know what I mean? Like
we're just so glad that they left.
that we were like, oh fuck yeah, we gotta
it's
go out.
a huge weight off all of our shoulders.
No, it was cool because we, Matt and Claire.
Matt, I will never stop making fun of you.
Yeah, right.
You could be dying of cancer, and I would just, it would never stop.
You're
It would just never stop.
the thing is
Yeah,
you're
but he loves it.
you're in a group of friends where like if any of us were dying of cancer, I think all of us would want you to make fun of us if we were, you know what I mean?
and I
Right,
would,
at
and I would,
least
I would
this
take
table.
full advantage of that.
Yeah, right. 'Cause I've always said like if something horrible happens in my life, please make a joke.
Yeah, right.
Dan's the only one that knew what to say when I was like, my dad's dead, you guys.
Oh my god, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I think we all deal with things like this a
Awkward,
little
sorry.
differently.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're all a little different.
No.
For those who don't know, Matt and I's relationship with each other, it's like when we first started hanging out,
Yeah.
it was just insult
it was
after
just sex.
insult.
Yeah.
And it was just, no.
we just fucked.
Yeah, it was just sex. It was.
I was just
There's nothing special attached to it. It was just kind of.
I was just
casual,
fucking
meaningless
cranking
sex.
him.
Yeah.
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 We
no.
weren't really thinking about the future or like whether there were feelings involved. It was just like. Right. Sorry. Sorry.
All right. So we should probably recommend some stuff.
Yeah, let's do the recommendation part.
Let's,
You didn't finish your thought. Do you want to?
yeah, let's, I'll give you my recommendations on a few things. So, so this has been a kind of crazy fall for entertainment wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So like kind of the big thing that everyone's talking about right now. Everybody's talking
And
about
everyone's talking about
is the Mandalorian, the new Star Wars
the
show on the Disney
successful
Plus.
Mandalorian.
Half man, half DeLorean.
Mandalorian.
It is actually kind of impressive that they came out of the gate with something this strong because
Yeah,
everyone's really happy
so
with it.
Everyone was worried because like the hardest part I think for any TV show, especially like a sci-fi show, not that I would consider Star Wars to be especially sci-fi because I feel like it's more science or like space fantasy,
Science
but that's
fantasy,
a whole
yeah.
other argument. It's to nail the look and feel, especially of a franchise as storied and well known as Star Wars.
Yeah, it's instantly identifiable.
And they
for a lot of people.
100% fucking nailed it. Like it is extremely impressive.
Yeah.
More than anything else. I mean, and on the other side of things, like it's really well written so far and well acted,
Yeah.
and like it's if you like Star Wars, if you don't mind spending $7 a month on Disney Plus, it's a really good investment because
it's been a good investment.
Two episodes overall. In, it's the only complaint I have is the episodes are shorter than I would like them to be.
Yeah. What do they clock in at?
The first episode was 42 minutes, I think.
That's pretty good.
And then the second episode was only like 32 minutes. So like it's a lot shorter.
Yeah.
And and I mean, to its credit, it like kind of leaves you wanting more, which is always a good thing. You don't want it to be like overstaying its welcome.
Right.
And I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the fact that the budget, for the episodes, they can only afford to spend so much money. So they're probably like maximizing what they can do for the money they're spending. And again, they're successful. Like they're in the second episode, not to spoil it or anything for anyone who hasn't seen it, like there's an action scene involving a sandcrawler, which is probably not easy to do on a small budget.
Yeah.
But then what's small for Disney? I mean, really?
Well, I mean, it's still TV, and like it makes sense to spend a lot of money on a movie, but like for a TV series, they've just really nailed it so far. And I'm really excited to see where they go next with the series because it's been really good so far.
Yeah. You mentioned too the strength of the acting in the series, and I think it says a lot about how compelling a series can be when you get invested in the background and the personality of your main character when you can't even see his fucking face.
Oh yeah, like Pedro Pascal, who plays the main character.
I have a crush on him, and I don't know what he looks like.
Pedro Pascal?
Yeah, he was in Oberyn Mantel in Game of Thrones. So
I know what he looks like.
He's a really good actor. And he does so much with, again, like he does not take his helmet off, just a little like head tilts and nods and things like that. The way he carries himself and things like that, it's extremely well done.
That's interesting.
And then they got fucking Nick Nolte to play an Ugnaught, which is just like so crazy, so crazy. There's like a guy like that, and he's great. He's really really good, and so I really look forward to seeing the rest of the series. So if you got $7 laying around, and you want to spend it on watching a really good Star Wars show, check out Disney Plus and get watch the Mandalorian. My second recommendation is a video game. I've been talking about this probably a lot over the last month or so since it's come out. It's The Outer Worlds, and I know if you guys have probably heard me talk about it in the past. It's an RPG by Obsidian, who makes great RPGs in the past.
I love Obsidian.
Yeah, they make good stuff.
The guys who were responsible for New Vegas, right?
Yeah, Fallout New Vegas, Knights of the Old Republic 2. They've done some other stuff since then. But like this game is 100% my jam. So like again, I really like sci-fi stuff. One of my favorite like TV shows of all time is Firefly. This video game is very Firefly. It's got that same kind of vibe to it. And it's got a little bit of like Fallout sense of humor to it as well, where it's like, this kind of sarcastic look at the world and things like that. It's first person, all first person, like not open world, but you have like these hub worlds you go to and you have like quests and things like that. But I highly recommend you check it out. It's available on Game Pass on both PC and Xbox. So if you have not yet checked out Game Pass, you can try it for free, or it's like $10 a month to try that out.
If you get a single Game Pass subscription, does that apply to Xbox and PC?
I believe so.
I think so. Yeah, I think Microsoft.
I don't know if
It's a really appealing value.
I don't know if they are somehow separate, or like there's a Game Pass Ultimate, which I think you might have to get both of those.
Right.
But there is usually some sort of free trial involved. So
sure.
If you want to check it out, it's not a very long game either. For an RPG, like you can kind of finish it in about 30 hours or so. Even by doing a lot of the side quest stuff. But it's extremely well written. It's really funny, which is hard to do for most video games.
Yeah.
All the like companion characters are really interesting and well written. The only complaint I have with the game so far is I got like all the way to like the final quest, and then I got to a certain point and the game kept crashing, which really sucks. So I have yet to finish the game, but I'm near the end of it, and I've been really really enjoying it so far. And I highly recommend it. Like I said, this game is 100% my jam. Because I like RPGs, I like sci-fi stuff, and I like Firefly, and it has a lot of that stuff mixed in with it. It's also one of those games where, like, if you put enough points into your conversation skills, you can kind of talk your way out of anything. which I really, really enjoy when a game gives you that flexibility.
Yes.
So do I.
Even though the combat in the game is very flexible, it is really good overall. It makes a good argument for like investing in those types of skills. It's another one of those games where like you have multiple ways you can achieve an objective, and they're all really fun to do. So it kind of encourages replayability as well. So the Outer Worlds, definitely recommend. It's on Game Pass.
Game Pass is $1 for 3 months right now.
$1 for 3 months. Right now. Yeah, so
$1 for 3 months.
that's a steal.
Yeah, that is actually stealing.
Otherwise, it's $60 if you have a PlayStation 4. It is coming to Nintendo Switch next year as well, so it's going to be on everything eventually.
Neato.
But yeah, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely on PC.
PC.
PC,
Yeah, absolutely on PC. It is so PC.
So PC. And I said,
But
and
now
I said, I've had it with this PC culture.
you heard me blabber on about my recommendations. Benjamin, what would you like to recommend?
I have 2 recommendations. My first one is that you should play Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh yeah,
It's super cool. Especially,
Num, 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 num.
especially you're not required to have played any Souls-likes or even enjoy Souls-likes, but there's some Souls-like elements to it, and that's kind of what first grabbed me about it. Specifically in the fact that, like, you know, if you die, you lose, you know, the experience you have built up. The enemy that killed you, if you damage it, you get not only your experience back, but it also fully restores your life and your force meter,
Yeah.
which is pretty nice. The melee combat system is just, you know, super tight.
It looks like it plays really well.
Yeah.
Wait,
I watched the
plays-
gameplay trailer, which is obviously not. It's not actual gameplay exactly, but
Not exactly,
yeah,
but
nothing's the same as actually playing it.
right.
Sure.
Right. Yeah, the combat system is very fluid. It's
Fluid.
you know, again, speaking of someone who's you know played a few Souls likes, it's definitely up there in terms of you know how easy it is to pick up on and you know how intuitive it is to you know go from defense to attack
Yeah.
and back again.
Can I say my favorite mechanic from the game is this thing of like freezing time, grabbing a guy and putting him in front of the bullet he shot at you. I think that's so fucking cool. I saw where like a stormtrooper fired his plasma rifle or whatever, and then you just grab him and go nope, and put him right. And as you push him into it, he gets shot and dies.
See, I have not gotten that skill yet. But this is what's kind of neat about the game is it's a combination of like a Souls-like, and then you've got like running, jumping, climbing mechanics like a Tomb Raider or Uncharted or something like that. And then you've got content that is gated to you until you have certain abilities, much like a Metroidvania. And it combines all of these in a way that really works surprisingly well.
Yeah, I've been playing this game a lot as well, and it definitely all those things.
There's a bunch of collectibles and content you get,
Yeah.
you know, different outfits and, you know, ways to customize your lightsaber
Say
and your
the
droid.
thing I'm most interested in is customizing your lightsaber because just everything I've seen on that is really cool. I'm a big fan of
Yeah,
customization.
it's really cool.
As soon as I was able to change the color to green, that's what I did because I prefer the green lightsabers.
Yeah.
But biggest thing of all, you know, it's an EA game, of course. No microtransactions,
Right.
no day one DLC.
They actually fucking nailed
They
it.
released a game without controversy at all. It's just a really good, solid game.
Yeah.
Like a lot like the first Dead Space when that came out.
Yeah.
When the first Dead Space came out, it was great. There is, you know, there's no bells and whistles attached to it. It's just a good, solid
Right.
game.
Well, I mean, this is made by Respawn, who has yet to make a
Yes.
mistake. Like
Yeah, right.
both the Titanfall games, great games.
Apex Legends.
Apex Legends was great.
Yeah, they haven't made a bad game.
They have yet to miss. Although this is a pretty big departure for them. It's the first one that's not
Yeah,
a first-person
right.
shooter.
But they do still have wall running.
Yeah, which like it was so funny. Like when I first saw the first trailer they put out with the wall running in it, it was like, oh duh, of course there's wall running in it. Like
right.
why would
It's
there be?
Respawn,
Yeah,
of course
yeah, yeah. And much like how in Titanfall,
parkour.
yeah, much like in Titanfall, the wall running feels fucking great. It just
Yeah.
makes
Oh
perfect
god,
sense.
I had so much fun playing
Yeah.
Titanfall.
Are there grappling hooks? I got the impression there are
grapple
grappling hooks.
You're I mean, I don't know if you get one later, but you don't have a grappling hook yourself.
Grapple.
I've opened up a couple shortcuts where it's like a rope, and if you want to go down, you just slide down the rope. But if you want to go up, you grab onto it and give it a tug, and it just like yanks you up.
Give it a little tug. And
How do you
So like
do?
as you progress, you'll unlock shortcuts that can lead you back quickly to earlier.
Yeah, that's like the
areas that you've already-
Metroidvania part too.
Right.
Yeah, and like they do a good job. Like if you look at the map, they'll show you what areas you can access now that you've earned other abilities and where you haven't yet to explore yet.
Right.
So it makes it really easy to like at a glance see, oh, I have yet to go there, because that's one of the things that I think that is hard to do, especially in a like a third person game, is like keep track of where you were at and where you've yet to be.
Sure.
Yeah.
But they kind of make that a little bit more accessible.
And then
That makes sense.
the really nice part about too is it's still decently challenging. Like,
Oh yeah.
I would hope so.
the easiest difficulty is literally just called story mode. If you just want to like do your
Coast.
thing without having to deal with all like the Dark Souls shit, you can just do that. And then I'm playing on the what is it, Jedi Master, the second hardest.
Gotcha.
And it's pretty decently challenging. I've died my fair share of times.
I feel like if you have a lot of like Souls games experience, that would
Yeah.
probably be what you would want to play it on.
Yeah,
right?
it's not anywhere near Souls difficulty,
Right.
but it's still got that challenge where like if you don't the timing becomes more lenient with easier difficulties. So on the harder difficulties, if you don't get the timing down, you'll definitely get one or two shotted by certain attacks.
Yeah, I was talking to Matt about this game at work, and I he's huge into the Souls games, and I basically told him like, if you buy this game, you probably want to play it on the hardest difficulty because they would be like right up your alley with that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a really good skill floor, where you can get into the game as casually as you want to or as easy as you want to. And then it's got a pretty decently high skill ceiling.
Yeah, they kind of nailed that balance, I think, pretty well.
Yeah, it's really a fantastic game. It looks incredible, runs great on PC, to my great delight.
Yeah, I have an Xbox One X, and they give you like a performance mode that would be a faster frame rate, or they give you like the better looking mode.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's
So
wrong,
anyway,
Nate?
it's the toilet.
Oh,
So
okay.
anyway,
I just got nervous. I thought like there was like a torch or something going. I don't know what I thought.
Oh, there is, but
It's a gas leak.
Yeah.
We're all dying.
so anyway,
Explains why we're all in such a good mood today.
Fallen Order is really good. It also takes a couple, I feel like, animation cues from Jedi Outcast as well.
Jedi Outcast was
Jedi Outcast was really fucking good.
everybody's favorite Star Wars
I
game.
would say
love those games.
other than that game, this is like the next best as far as like how the lightsaber combat feels.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. It's
because
really good.
it's really really good. Yeah.
So then my other recommendation is going to be really quick. Try some shepherd's pie sometime. Seriously.
That was delicious, by the way.
That was really good.
That was
Thank you.
delicious.
Thank you.
I didn't get a chance to tell you in person that.
Yeah,
night,
right.
but-
We did it, right.
shepherd's
Shepherd's pie.
The old shepherd's pie.
Oh, he left you, did he? Smart lad. Yeah.
So
my God.
we joke about it, we talk about it a lot, but I finally tried making some shepherd's pie for Matt's Friendsgiving party.
It was
and,
really good.
It turned out pretty good.
It was really good.
The only thing
Yeah.
I'd change, I think, is I would probably make it in a smaller dish because I feel like the layers were spread too thin. You get like this much meat, this much potatoes.
You want a nice thick,
nice.
yeah. So it was like
meaty pie.
it's like the recipe I was using serves 4, and I upped the ingredients a little bit, and I still didn't end up with enough potatoes.
Huh.
But now that I know kind of what I'm working with, I'll have a good baseline for next time.
It was very good.
And that's what's great about it is like the ingredients cost fucking nothing.
Yeah.
You just you get 3 or 4 potatoes.
Yeah.
You get like 2 pounds of ground beef.
Yeah.
A can of carrots and peas and a couple cans of creamed corn, and you're good.
You could probably for about $15 to $20 make enough to feed like 12 people.
Yeah. And the one thing I didn't do enough of was I always under season my beef.
Yeah.
I really need to work on that because I had all sorts
be
of shit.
afraid.
I had nutmeg in there. I had cinnamon,
Yep.
salt and pepper, onion, garlic powder. I had a bunch of shit in there, and I couldn't taste any of it because of the cream corn.
Yeah, right.
But
Yeah.
Don't be afraid, especially with meat. You gotta not be scared to season.
yeah, I will.
Don't be afraid of the meat.
I will.
But all our garlic was bad.
Yeah, all of our garlic was withered and dry.
Yeah.
Sad. But anyway,
Sad.
sad. Nobody's talking about this.
I was
talking
in
about-
Crooked Ben Race's kitchen.
And I saw him making shepherd's pie, and I thought this is not enough seasoning for this amount of cream corn.
Yeah, but
I pinched the garlic and it was so dry.
that was one of the suggestions on the recipe was to put a layer of cream corn between the meat and the potatoes, and I thought that was a good idea. But I under-seasoned the meat, and I gotta go harder on that
That's
next
all
time. But I will definitely be making that
You
again.
go harder on your meat.
Gotta go hard on that meat.
I will
Go
definitely.
real hard on that meat.
I will definitely be making shepherd's pie
Be
again in the future.
uncompromising in how hard you go on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really, like go like 10 out of 10, like 12
10
out
out
of
of
10.
10.
12 out of 10.
12 out of 10.
12 out of 10.
That's impossible.
So anyway, those are my
That's
recommendations.
impossible. Oh my god, we've been doing that all day.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible. We had this dumb. Okay, so like a little aside. We had this dumb
Dumbest thing.
idea for like a sketch where it's like, "Welcome to Anything Is Possible, the new pasta restaurant." You know, and it's like
You
just,
want M&Ms on your pasta?
you know,
We can do that.
Anything is possible, but it's like someone eating pasta out of a bucket. And then you said like somebody else's mouth. You're just
Yeah,
eating.
you're
Like,
pouring pasta in
like,
someone else's mouth,
yeah.
and then you're eating that pasta out of that
anything
person's
is possible.
mouth. Yeah, the bowl is the thing that could be anything.
Yeah.
Just out of a dirty old sock.
Yeah, right. Anything is possible.
Okay,
of
so
course,
it's always the same pasta.
Yeah.
The only thing that changes is the
bowl.
bowl.
Right.
Anything is
And
possible.
anything is possible. They get Kevin Garnett to do the commercials.
Yeah, right.
Is it possible there could be like?
Oh, it's
sort of like-
possible.
is it?
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible, Dave.
I like the idea that there's like a religious offshoot organization called
Okay.
With God Anything Is Possible.
Oh,
God,
here we go.
It's just someone praying, and they're like eating pasta out of a hollowed out watermelon.
Or like, well, why?
Oh, thank God for this watermelon.
I'm thinking things like I don't know, like a collection plate.
Great.
They open a Bible, it's just full of pasta.
The whole middle is pasta. Even this Bible is possible.
The Bible's
It's
possible.
just eating angel hair off of an altar boy's head.
Oh, of course it's angel hair. It would have to be. It would have to be angel hair.
Anything
Yeah,
is
right.
possible
Naturally.
with God.
With God, all things are possible.
Really funny.
Oh wow.
I don't know.
Is that a recommendation?
It's really
Lord.
stupid.
Put pasta in things.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord, how far have we far fallen?
That was good.
Far fallen.
All right, Chris, would you like to hear Dave talk about his
Sure,
recommendations?
Dave.
All right. I don't have it. I don't have anything very good.
All right.
All right, so Chris, what would you like to recommend about this?
Hold on. So no, I take it back. I have something actually pretty good. We talked
Oh, we're
about
barely the lead there.
we talked about recently. I don't know who I was talking to about it. I was talking about Baskets, a show on FX, which is years old now. Do any of you
Okay.
guys remember this
I
conversation?
know what the. I was not part of this conversation, but I know what this is.
Well, I started watching it, and Baskets is really good. Do you know anything about
That's
this?
the Zach Galifianakis one, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So
Oh, this sounds really familiar. What's it about?
This is a show that was produced by Louis C.K. The We Don't Talk About Him. Right.
We can't laugh at him.
Yeah, right. But if you decide to be brave and laugh at it, it is on Hulu. It was on FX. It is Zach Galifianakis as a. So he was training to be a proper like clown in France, like in Paris, and things didn't work out. He never learned the language, and he had to go home. And he brings this woman who he marries, essentially a green card marriage, but he loves her so much that he brings her with, and he goes back to live in Bakersfield, California, and to do the only thing that he can do for work in clowning, which is to be a rodeo clown in Bakersfield, California.
Yeah. Okay. I remember this
Zach
now.
Galifianakis trying to save face at how far he is the difference between his aspirations and his reality.
How far he's far fallen.
How far he has for fallen. Yes. So it's great. It features one of my favorite casting decisions of all time, which is Louis Anderson as his mom.
Okay.
And they don't play it for a joke. They don't make it weird. Louis Anderson just plays his mom.
Okay.
He's not like a big character, like a crazy character. He's just believably his mom.
Louis Anderson in drag.
Yeah, and the thing is,
Okay.
it works to a degree that is surprising to me. There's several roles on the show. The other one is this woman who is a insurance adjuster for Costco, who is like there to help him because he crashed his scooter. And she sort of starts off just sort of like doing the work of an insurance adjuster, and then she starts taking him places for rides because he doesn't have a scooter, and she's just nice. And she's just a very, very ordinary, kind person. Another very understated role in the show. And I think it's one of the things I like about the show so much is it's not played broadly. These are a lot of very interesting, likable, straightforward characters.
You motherfucker. Not you. Boba just disconnected my.
Oh, great. Thanks, Doug.
Bubba, go
Monitor.
up there.
Yeah, go away.
Bubba, come here.
Fuck off.
But anyway, Baskets is still on FX or on Hulu by way of FX. It is 3 seasons long. I've watched 7 episodes of it, and it only gets better. I think that it's a show that does something that Louis' show used to do on FX really well.
It's a jerk off in front of women.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say it. I knew you were gonna say it.
Jesus Christ.
It's a thing Louis C.K. does so well.
He does
which is
so well.
disrobe and
Yeah, just
jerk off.
You should see the arc he gets.
Oh god.
Ew. Ew.
Gross.
Olympic caliber.
Wow. I mean, good for him, I guess.
No, but like a thing
that's probably why you wanted to show so many women that. It's like, look, I'm really impressed
Yeah.
with them.
I'm sure it had nothing to do with the fact that he's just a sexual
Just a
deviant.
No. just a malicious
No way. He was just
deviant.
really proud of how far he could ejaculate.
Well, who wouldn't be?
Well, I mean, me too. So.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Hashtag me too.
Oh, God.
Perfect. You know what? I think we just reached the peak of that joke.
Do we peak that joke?
Yeah, actually, yeah, you just used that in its most ideal context.
Perfect. We just nailed that joke
And
completely.
it was a perfect joke.
And it was a perfect joke. And it was about semen, which I like. I think is very funny. Gross.
All right, so anyway, to the point, his show used to do something that it was balancing drama and humor in a very interesting way.
Yeah, I did really like that about his show.
Really,
honestly, yeah.
It's you weren't sure whether you were going to laugh or you were going to really think about something.
Yeah.
Maybe be moved to different emotions and all that. There's a lot of curiosities about that show, and I think Baskets does something really similar. It has like the same vibe, if that makes sense.
That Louis C.K.
I don't know. We're not supposed to enjoy this guy anymore, but it's a funny show. So.
No, you gotta have to.
He's also not on it for whatever.
Right. You
It's
gotta have to be able to remove the art from the artist in some situations.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, we're not supposed to like Mel Gibson anymore, but you're never going to stop me from watching Braveheart if
Or
I feel like it.
Apocalyptica.
It's kind of like that.
Apocalyptica
Yeah.
was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
So anyway, watch
It's
Baskets.
no Braveheart.
Yeah. All right. Well, now we got all our recommendations out there. It's time to
Yeah,
what we
try to
learned.
figure out what we
Yeah.
learned. No, we didn't miss anything.
No, I feel like we all got everything we wanted to say out there. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I think I do this every time I'm on.
Do you really?
I think I do. Yeah.
Yeah,
I skip right over Chris's recommendations.
Yep, that's all right.
It's just-
What you got, homie?
So I have 2. The first one I'm gonna talk about sort of briefly because everybody here has definitely
gonna
listened.
touch your briefs on it?
I'm gonna touch my briefs on this.
That joke should be
Completely
buried dead.
It's a dumb
Like
joke.
remember years ago when they buried the N word and they had a funeral for it?
No, I don't remember that
Yeah,
because
wh-
people are still using
which
it.
N-word?
Numpty.
Oh, don't say that.
It's nougat.
God.
Nougat. Tar.
Nougat tar. I'm gonna just briefly talk about it because I'm guessing everybody at this table, and then everybody who's most of the people listening to this podcast have probably already listened to it. But I texted Dave and Ben in our little Discord chat the other day that
thanks.
my dumb thought of this day was, man, The Wall is a really good album.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So
That's right,
Was that the day when it was
is
like
a
playing
really
at
good
work?
album.
It was a Captain Obvious thing or
yeah,
something.
no,
like
I
that.
was I can't remember. I was in the car for an extended period of time, and I don't remember why or what the context was. but I was just driving around listening to The Wall over again for like it's the first time I've listened to it all the way through in a while. But I've listened to that album like dozens of times over now.
Yeah.
So go back through and listen to that. That was an album that like the people who bought it, you know, it sold super well, but critically it was kind of like, whatever. This is super pretentious and stupid at the time when it was released.
Really?
It's like it's a rock opera. It's one of the like greatest records ever made. And it's really worth another listen. It's constructed really well. The story's good.
I can see in context where they might have felt that it was a little bit big for its britches.
Sure, I
Right.
understand that.
You know, now it's unfathomable.
Sure.
But I'm sure I can.
They said that about the White Album too, which is one of the greatest selling records of all time.
Right.
Which just further goes to prove the truth that, you know, critics don't fucking know anything.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah.
You know, you go
Right.
by what people are, you know, what
Yeah.
people are buying. That's all that matters. That's what's king.
And every now and then they have to crawl back and grovel their way through
Sure.
explaining why they weren't into the thing that became the thing of the century.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But no, I'm not going to go into great detail and explain The Wall. I mean, except to tell you that it's Roger Waters at the peak of his songwriting and David Gilmour at the peak of his guitar playing.
Yeah.
They just sound really good together. The album does a really cool thing where there's like a musical theme that holds the record together. One of those things where there's this little melody that kind of ties lots of songs together in the
Yeah,
record.
which is a big operatic thing to do, right?
Yeah, right.
See, what do you call that? There's a name for it.
There is a name for it. I can't remember.
Leitmotif.
Maybe there's something else that
It's definitely a leitmotif.
electric leitmotif.
Leitmotif.
Yeah.
A leitmotif.
the
yeah.
overture is what I was thinking of.
Yeah, the overture is like the
will
initial.
It'll contain the first instances of that theme,
Sure.
and then you'll sort of see it represented throughout.
More recently, the Best Little Secrets Are Kept by Louis XIV did that.
I love that
The
album.
rock opera Tommy did that. Even like Dark Side of the Moon does that.
Yeah,
at
for
certain
sure.
things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a really good record. I mean, everybody knows we don't need no education. There's a bunch of
what's
songs
that?
that you recognize on this
Oh, there it
record.
is.
Oh my god! Go back through, re-listen to The Wall. It's great. I don't need to play it up. It's one of the greatest selling records of all
Yeah.
time.
I guess if you say so, that the wall is good.
right.
I guess.
Hot take alert.
Ooh, yeah, right. Ooh, everybody, pay attention. We got a hot take coming.
Pink Floyd, you said this band
Which
was?
one's pink?
Which one's Floyd?
No, the second recommendation I'm going to make, which I want to go into a little greater detail on.
Yeah.
We actually talked about O.J. Simpson in this episode.
Okay.
So it gave me a great segue to recommend something that I actually just recently started rewatching, which is an FX original, The People versus O.J. Simpson, which is very good.
Yeah, I heard this is good.
It is impeccably good. It's actually one of the best things I think I've ever seen on television. That story, if it wasn't made into a television show, was made for TV, no matter
Yeah.
what. No, even if they didn't turn it into the series,
Yeah.
it is so absurd and crazy, the twists and turns that this real life event took.
Well, it's a story that was told to us by TV. In the
Correct.
first
Yeah,
place.
it was like one of the. It was, I think, the first big trial that was publicly aired. That
It made
was
the
like,
case for like essentially crime TV and all that shit that
correct.
came
Yeah,
after
when
it.
that was yeah. So it's impeccably casted, impeccably acted. It's like this John Travolta as Robert Shapiro, Sarah Paulson, who's of American Horror Story fame, which I'm not personally a big fan of, but Sarah Paulson is an incredible character actor. She plays Marcia Clark, and I believe rightfully won the Emmy for her role as Marcia Clark because she just absolutely nailed it.
Okay. Wait, who did you say plays her again?
Sarah Paulson.
Sarah Paulson. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Her
think I
name
knew
is
that,
Sarah
yeah.
Paulson.
Yeah, so she, I mean, just absolutely crushes this role, and it basically goes from They don't show anything gruesome. They don't show the murder. You know what I mean? Like if you're looking for like,
then what's the point?
if you're not right, it's this thing because there's going to be people out there who are like looking for the shock value TV thing. There's no like.
Well, there's the legal implication too. You can't depict O.J. Simpson as having done it because he was ruled not guilty.
Correct.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Right, and they portray it from that standpoint. Cuba Gooding Jr. is O.J. Simpson in this story.
Yeah,
and he, you know what I mean. Like you get to see things from his perspective at certain points of the show.
Was this not under the umbrella of American Crime Story?
Correct, American. Well, originally it was just the People versus O.J. Simpson, and then I think they started to do.
They made it a series
because
off
the
of that.
second one was the murder of. What's his name? Versace.
Right.
They did the second season, which is also very good. Which, from what I
this did so
understand,
well, they essentially franchised the idea.
correct.
Okay.
But this was, I mean, the story's impeccably told, and it's paced really well from the onset of the murder to the eventual acquittal of O.J. Simpson, and they tell the story. And if you're watching the show, if you didn't know that this was an actual event that that had happened, you'd be like, "Oh my God, come on, seriously?" Because there's so many parts. It freshens the O.J. Simpson trial for people of our generation who were kids when it was happening.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
I remember toddling around the house as a child when
as
this
it was happening,
on
right?
television.
Yeah, right. And like you don't understand some of
Just
this.
toddling around.
Some of the you don't understand some of the things that crazy shit that happened during this trial.
Yeah.
Like Judge Lance Ito making fun of the prosecutor for her haircut. That's the thing that happened.
no shit.
Lance Ito on national television during a trial made fun of Marcia Clark for her haircut.
What did you say about it?
Just
Does it look stupid or something?
it looked bad. She got a permanent.
It was so bad.
And it was so bad. She had her hair permed, and it was cut too short, and it was like kind of afroed out.
Yeah.
But like she walked into the courtroom, and there was like people kind of like in the courtroom, and rather than be like, "All right, everybody, shut the fuck up," like we're about to start a trial, Judge Lance Ito, who is famously
It's being watched by the nation. for a while.
right, is famously like an asshole and just wanted to be famous through this entire proceeding.
Yeah.
Like just rather than like tell everybody else to be quiet, like goes along with it and like makes fun of the prosecutor on national television.
That's fucking
In
insane.
a giant murder trial.
I can only assume that the jury are nearby for this.
Yeah, right.
Oh, of course they are.
It's insane.
That is insane.
And that's just one of the many crazy things that happened during this trial that is portrayed, I can't stress this enough, excellently by everybody involved.
David Schwimmer is
Schwimmer is Robert Kardashian, right? Also does an incredible job and nails. If you've ever seen the not guilty verdict being read, Robert Kardashian is the most terrified and surprised man in the room when the not guilty verdict is read, and he's on OJ's bench. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Well, but of course
Because
he's
he realized way later that like.
Yeah.
It started to become very apparent that this dude
he might have did it.
I'm not gonna say that OJ did it, but there's a
I'll do it.
OJ did it.
OJ definitely did it, right? Let's be real. He starts to like get all this, and when he's eventually acquitted, if you watch the actual trial footage, Robert Kardashian is like stunned and almost ashamed. There's so many emotions on that dude's face, and David Schwimmer kind of just nails that in that moment when it happens.
Imagine feeling that the peak of your career is in helping someone who definitely did this awful thing go be free now.
Right. Someone who was your friend, you know what I mean?
Right.
You're getting off of this thing.
Yeah. He got him off.
Yeah,
You always got to get off your friend. If there's one thing that what is the fucking thing called?
Sometimes you might not want to get him off, but it's your job to get him
exactly.
In
You gotta
plain
get 'em off.
sight. What, that document?
Get him off in plain sight.
If a friend asks for help,
Yeah,
help
you
him.
got to get him off. You got to get a friend off when he
Get your
needs
friend
it.
off.
Yep.
And he did.
But I don't know how else to recommend this to you because we all kind of know what happened.
Sure.
The events of the OJ trial. Aside to tell you, the only thing that I can say is I am very particular about my television.
Yes, you are.
And I like to an insane degree where most people would be like, "All right, dude, we get it." You know,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
very
kind kind of what I think every time you start talking.
Yeah, that's true. I appreciate that.
I take your TV recommendations pretty seriously.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you do.
I'm super particular about my television, and I would not recommend this to you guys on this podcast if this wasn't one of the best things that I've watched.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's very well done. You should watch The People versus O.J. Simpson.
No, I'll probably just ignore it like everything else.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, we're not friends. I don't care what you think.
Thanks. Also, I'm going to fart on you on your 18th birthday.
You're gonna go back in time to your 18th birthday just when you finally feel secure as a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna push your face in the mud in front of the cute girl.
Great. I'm going to go back to when you lose your virginity, and I'm going to like slap your ass a couple times really hard.
I'm gonna completely cover you in ketchup while you're naked.
I'm going to make you lose your boner and just make it awkward for everybody.
Well, all
Anyway.
right. So, what did we learn, guys?
I learned some
Is there anything
things.
we learned today?
I learned that James Buchanan was actually probably gay.
Yeah, I learned that too. I
didn't know
had
that.
no idea. I had no idea.
I wrote down Tutti Frutti. I'm gay.
The original lyrics of the song Tutti Frutti were Tutti Frutti, I'm gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I
forgot about that.
You know, make sure that that's clear.
I'm gay.
It's a little bit too direct.
Yeah,
Richard.
Wait, let's turn that back, little Richard. Let's turn that back a little.
Whoa.
Lil Richard. I learned that Dave knows as much about his asshole as he would like to.
Yep, I'm done. I'm not trying to learn any more information about it. I'm trying to put distance between me and it all the time. I don't know what that means.
I'm just constantly trying to get away from my own asshole.
Yeah.
You know, think about this. I'm going to blow your mind here. You're about as far away from your asshole as you'll ever be unless you get cut in half.
Yeah, right.
Whoa.
I'm not getting any taller, so actually I'm going to slowly get closer.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Yeah, so you at this
You're
point
like
you're the
peak
furthest
distance
way
from your asshole.
Assuming that eye is like where my head is.
You could expel it. You could expel it further from your body. Ask your doctor about rectal prolapse.
Ask your doctor if rectal
Prolapsitol.
prolapse is right for you.
No, it's probably not.
Yeah,
It's not. It's not.
Definitely not
The doctor
right for you.
Hands to a doctor. No, it's not. It's bad.
0 out of 10 doctors
I thought-
recommend rectal prolapse.
My grandchildren thought it was so unsanitary that I was this close to my own asshole. Then I everted it.
Oh,
Gross.
woo!
Now I can leave my asshole in the bedroom while I play with my kids.
Gross.
Thanks. I just put my asshole in this specially sealed box.
Thanks, rectal prolapse. You've turned my life upside down and inside out.
Oh God.
Oh my god,
That's it.
so funny.
I learned that the new Three Dudes promise is drink a beer, jack off, fill your holes, cry, go to bed.
Fill your holes.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're getting older. you know?
Right. Yeah.
Things
It's
change.
evolving, yeah.
Yeah. I
Changing,
wrote down
growing.
nougat tar.
Yeah, I did too. New guitar.
New guitar.
I also wrote your body has a dopamine pump on the outside.
Also
Also
wrote
wrote
that
that
down.
too.
Yeah, my penis is my dopamine pump.
The dancer, no?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Okay, to maybe break it up a little bit, I wrote farting into someone's mouth gives them strep throat.
I also wrote that down.
Oh my God.
Really weird.
Consistent.
I learned that Velveeta is a great place to work.
It really is.
Hey, Velveeta, sponsor us.
Yeah, please, Velveeta.
I learned that the reason why you have 15 kids is so you can use them as a human shield when you get attacked by someone from the future.
You
Yes,
filthy
it-
Pollock.
That's why you have 15 of them. Because
That's
there's
why
enough.
right, exactly.
Cram
Because
them all.
you never know how often someone's going to come from the future and attack you.
We need spares.
I wrote you got to dunk your dick in the bowl when you're
Dunk your dick in the bowl.
when you're having a
Group
piss circle with your friends.
Groupie, put your dick in the bowl. I learned that America is a flaming dumpster truck driven by the Joker.
Which Joker? Because there's like 7.
Yeah. Actually, I'm thinking Jared Leto Joker, actually.
Yeah,
I was thinking
that's a bad
I was
one.
thinking like Cesar Milan,
Yeah. Yeah.
OG Joker that's from the 60s.
Wait, hold on.
Start pounding, Joker.
You thought he meant Cesar Milan? Like,
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Cesar Romero.
Yeah, that guy. I don't know. That guy's
That's what I said. Like, what the fuck talking about? I was like,
wait.
That's not the Joker I had in mind.
I got it wrong.
Yeah.
Caesar Romero.
Cesar Romero is the
I was thinking Augustus Caesar.
All right.
Cesar Milan.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You have to take control of the garbage truck. You have to let it know who is in control. You see, I'm not looking at it. I'm not looking at it in the eye.
Oh my god, that's
I am the one who is the leader of the garbage truck.
oh, that's so funny. Oh my god.
Well, all right. Did we learn anything else?
I have one more. I wrote Dave just wants to fart on my childhood and adolescence.
In so many ways.
I wrote that the wall is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knew?
It is.
You would have thought.
Who knew that 30 billion?
Oh my god! Last night, Aubrey and I were out with her friend and her friend's kids and husband and Miss Tina, my future mother-in-law.
Yeah.
And we're at Buffalo Wild Wings and this song comes on the radio in the background. I'm like, oh, is this I kind of dig this. Is this Sanford and Son? What I meant was Mumford. What I meant was Mumford and Son.
Oh, here it comes.
I'm coming, Weezy. I'm coming, Weezy. It's a big one.
Oh, that's so funny.
Is this Sanford?
Sanford and Son.
Is this Sanford? Oh, that's 1,000% Sanford.
Million% Sanford.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Move over, Steely Dan. We got a new one.
Is this Sanford and Sons? Sanford and Sons. Oh, that's
Well,
so good.
Dan, thank you for hosting.
Yeah, this
you
was
did
a lot of
bang-up
fun.
job.
This was
very
a lot
fun
of fun.
episode.
So much fun. I hope everyone else had fun listening to it. If you don't, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a
Started
fuck.
on a high note and just got hired.
I don't give a
Give a
fuck.
fuck.
But yeah, maybe we'll see you next week on the 5th consecutive episode.
Yeah, it's really weird, actually.
But who knows what's going to happen?
Maybe.
Maybe none of us will be here because the dumpster truck of America will just be driven into the ocean. We'll be dead.
Thanks, Cesar
We'll
Milan.
see what happens.
You see, I'm driving the truck over the cliff. The truck is not telling me what to do. All right, that's it. See you next time. As always, thanks for listening to the Dudecast. Bye-bye.
Bye.